has gone on to win the World Series. The first to do it, the 1997 Florida Marlins. They also won the 2003 World Series, again as a wildcard entry. It's the only two times the now Miami Marlins have even qualified for the postseason. The 2002 Angels, the 2004 Red Sox, the 11 Cardinals, and the 14 Giants all won the World Series as wildcard teams. That Red Sox win was their first championship in 86 years. Boston has been a wildcard team 8 times. On 6 occasions, the wildcard team has made it to the World Series, only to come up short, including the 2014 Royals. In 2012, baseball added a second wildcard team, which sets up a winner-moves-on one-game showdown between the two wildcard clubs. For It Happened in Baseball, I'm Mick Kern.
SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 brings you expert analysis from former players, coaches, and executives, plus reaction to all the latest news on the only 24/7 station dedicated to the National Football League.
This is the NBA on SiriusXM.
Full steam out of the backcourt, all the way to the rim for a thunderous slam.
Every game, all season long, through the NBA Finals.
Drives, he jump stops, he's off balance, he put it up and in. I don't know how.
Your home for hoops is SiriusXM Radio. Now, let's take you courtside for the game.
With Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets starters, one of the best 5-man units to start the season despite the 0-2 record. But, of course, the 0-2 record has a lot to do with what happens when Jokic goes to the bench. The Nuggets' offensive rating, 110.1 with Jokic on the floor, 54.9 when Jokic goes to the bench. So all of that is to say that Darko and company, they've got a huge opportunity once the Nuggets go to that second unit. Question is, how do they take advantage of it? We could just assume that Jakob Poeltl will start the game on Jokic, but where do they go from there? The Raptors have had a hard time in the Bruno Fernandes minutes to begin the year. Jonathan Mobo has looked really good the last couple games, but if Jokic is on the floor, of course, it'd be really tough to ask Mobo to wrestle with him down low and on the boards. So how do things shake out now that Barrett is back? Of course, the 3 rookies for the Raptors, I mentioned Mobo, Jamal Shed, Jamison, Battle, they've done a really nice job and have stepped up in Barrett's absence. But now you've got some decisions to make. Who's in, who's out? And it's a good problem to have as this Raptors team continues to get healthier.
Josh, thanks very much. Look forward to the conversation at halftime. So, Warren, let's go through this. Jokic against Poeltl. How do you see that?
Well, unfortunately, I think the favor is in Jokic's favor. As much as I like Poeltl, he's a good defender, great screener, which as a guard, I always like guys who can screen well. But I think he's a bit outmatched when it comes to Jokic. He just has to hold his own, contain. If you're playing a guy that, is better than you, you have to do your work early. So just make it as difficult as you can. You got to try and deny him the ball. You got to push him off his spots, and you got to be as physical as you can with him.
Is there a way to compensate somewhere else for that?
If there was, he wouldn't be a 3-time MVP. So it's beyond my pay grade. I don't guard him, and I'm glad I don't.
Yeah.
I think NBA defenses have been trying to figure him out for a while. There isn't really much to do. I think the best person I've seen guard Jokic was Dwight Howard back which was back with the Lakers run, and the number one thing he did was be physical. And I mean, you bump him at the foul line, and you bump him at the other foul line, and you just continue to, to try and be physical with him as much as you can, because that's the only way I think you can really stop him from scoring, because he's too good. He can shoot, he can put the ball on the floor, he can pass. He's a complete player at 7 feet tall.
Yeah, you somehow find a way to limit him.
That's exactly all you can do.
Yeah.
With good players, you got to make it difficult. You got to try and get into his space. So if he catches the ball and faces up, you get right into his space. But also, you have to be careful that you don't get into foul trouble. So, you want to be aggressive, but not too aggressive.
Well said, and we'll see if that happens. Countdown to tip-off is next. Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050.
Monday nights are hockey nights. That's right. There's a new exclusive home for the NHL, and it's on Prime. All season long, Prime Monday Night Hockey is delivering unreal plays.
That's hockey, baby!
And the biggest goals.
What a goal!
Matthews, McDavid, Crosby, and the NHL's best are ready for Prime. So don't miss it. Prime Monday Night Hockey. It's on Monday. It's on Prime.
Going on vacation? Spending money in another currency? From dollars to dong, pounds to pesos. If you're still using major banks, you could be getting ripped off. Instead, use Wise and save up to 3 times compared to major banks when you spend money in another currency. Download the Wise app today. Wise, the app for doing things in other currencies. Terms and conditions apply.
For guys, size matters. But bigger is definitely not better for guys with overdeveloped breasts. The condition is called gynecomastia, and Dr. Frank Lista of the Plastic Surgery Clinic can help. Dr. Lista is a world-renowned plastic surgeon who has perfected the procedure that corrects gynecomastia with virtually no scarring. Visit theplasticsurgeryclinic.ca and size up your options for downsizing male breasts. theplasticsurgeryclinic.ca.
Installing a TV on a wall sounds simple, right?
That was easy.
Did you find the stud?
You're looking at him. Ooh, I can fix that.
Saving up to $900 on car and home insurance with Bel Air Direct is simple. Bel Air Direct. Insurance simplified. Certain conditions apply.
I'm proud of my promotion.
Needs more shoes.
I earned it.
And business suits.
It is a big deal for our family.
Renovators.
I like the people I'll be working with.
Restaurants.
I still need a lot before I get started.
Car lease, hair salon, and luggage.
I know our kids are so proud of me.
Jewelry engraver.
It was my idea to put our company on the radio.
Promotion deserved. Be where anyone who needs you can meet you. Be on the radio. Your customers are already here.
Golfers, the Golftown Demo event is almost here, and you don't want to miss it. This is your chance to save up to 40% on Canada's largest selection of demo golf clubs, including top brands like Callaway, TaylorMade, Ping, Titleist, Cobra, and more. The Demo Club event early access starts online at golftown.com Thursday, October 31st at 12 p.m. Plus, doors open for the Demo Club event at your local Golftown Saturday, November 2nd at 9 a.m. Shop early for the best selection. Visit golftown.com for full details.
Throwback pricing at Sleep Country? Am I dreaming?
No, this is real life.
Wait, aren't you Christine McGee? Like Sleep Country founder Christine McGee?
That's me. I like your mullet.
Whoa, I have a mullet.
Yes, and it's glorious. Celebrate 30 years of great sleep with the kind of deals you dream about, like up to 30% off almost everything, and a free gift with a $149 minimum purchase. Only at Sleep Country. See in store or online for details. Sleep Country, Canada.
Formula One lives on TSN with every race all season long. And with TSN Plus, go that extra mile with onboard cameras, pit lane channel, and more.
Boy, is it good here.
F1 lives on TSN and TSN Plus.
This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050. The Raptors live here.
And looking to get back to the 500 mark. They're 1-2 on the season, and the visiting Denver Nuggets are 0-2. Something's going to break here. Let's go courtside. Paul Jones and Javon Shepard. Jonesy, this is an exciting matchup.
It should be, Jim. Always nice when you have a good team, former defending champs in town. Let's go to the starters for Denver.
6'10" forward at number 1 is Michael Porter Jr. From Serbia, a 7-foot-tall center, number 15, Nikola Jokic. Out of Kansas, a 6'6" guard at number 0 is Christian Brown. And from Kitchener, a 6'4" guard, number 27, Jamal Murray. Ladies and gentlemen, the head coach of the Denver Nuggets is Michael Malone.
Well, a lot of Canadian connections there. Jamal Murray from Kitchener, Ontario. Michael Malone, a guy that coached you, Javon, on the Canadian national team. And I was connected to Michael through his dad, Brendan, who was the very first coach of the Toronto Raptors in the inaugural season of 95-96. The lights go down, and it's almost time to bring out the hometown heroes from Toronto. But first of all, we'll tell you that tonight's starting lineup is driven by Subaru. Enjoy fall to the fullest with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Visit your local Subaru dealer to book a test drive today. Raptors trying to even the record at 2-2. It's early, Javon, and this is a great time to get an opponent who, well, looks to be eyeing a championship before they can get their wheels rolling.
Yeah, I think this is a great challenge for the Raptors, and obviously you're going to get Denver's best shot. One, because they're off to a rough start, being 0-2, and 0-2 at home for a team that came off a season where they were a pretty good home team. For the Raptors, this is also, you look over and you see the reigning MVP. You see a team that has championship pedigree. You see a guy like Jamal Murray, and right away that your play rises. The intensity that you have to approach this game with.
Let's get to the starters. Here's Toronto.
Red, bringing the saga to the 6. It's time for number 9, RJ Barrett. Going hard at the point guard, wearing number 45 from Georgia. Make some noise for Davion Mitchell. Holding it down at center, wearing the big number 19. Make some noise for Jakob Poeltl. The kid from Kansas, wearing number 1. You know the name. This is Brady Dick. And your Raptors, NBA All-Star at 6'8" from Florida State. Make some noise for your boy, Scotty Barnes. Head coach of your Toronto Raptors is Marko Thakovic.
All right, there are the Raptors ready to go. And they've got some road games coming up. A pretty heavy dose, but 3 of the next 4, including tonight at home. Not easy opponents, though. Denver, the Lakers, and Sacramento. But first, this one tonight, as the Raptors will take on the Nuggets. A lot of energy in the building, a lot of positive energy in the building right now, Javon. Hopefully the Raptors can get off to a good start and get this Denver team, who is at 0-2, before they can really get rolling.
You mentioned positive energy, and that means so much, right? I always call the fan base and the crowd the invisible sixth man, and when that energy is positive, you can even feel a difference from last year. It's not as heavy, right? It's more light, and even in training camp, that was a sentiment coming out of the locker room that things were more light around training camp. And just speaking to some of the coaches, this camp was a little different. There's not as many vets. There was more teaching. The young guys were active. They were hungry. They were out there. They went out there with intensity, approach every day of practice with a bit more energy than when you have vets that have gone through it a lot. So I think this is, now you want to see that transfer over to the court, like being able to bring that intensity, play at the level of, play at the NBA speed, but also mitigate and limit, the mistakes as you go along, learning quarter after quarter, and that's the important thing for this group. You got Davion Mitchell, RJ Barrett, Grady Dick, Poeltl, and Scotty Barnes tipping it off.
Sheree Mitchell, the veteran James Capers, and Aaron Smith are your officials tonight. The Raptors in the white with the red trimming win the tip, and they will come front court from left to right. Davion Mitchell in the lane, kicks it back to Barnes, now to RJ. Barrett guarded by Michael Porter Jr. Now faces up Jamal Murray. Step back jumper, no good. Rebound, Scotty Barnes saves it to RJ. Gets to the basket, kicks to Grady. Raptors swing it around. Barnes inside. Poeltl had Jokic pinned. Got it back. Finds Barnes on the pass to Poeltl. On the pocket pass, the shot was a tough one, but Poeltl ran down the rebound and laid it in, and the Raptors go up 2-0.
That you get 2 offensive rebounds out of that play, and everybody touches the basketball. You can hear Scotty Barnes just tell him, move the basketball. 5 guys touch it. RJ gets a tough shot early, but you get 2 offensive rebounds that lead to a bucket.
Michael Porter Jr., 3-ball back for Denver is good. Nuggets have not been shooting the 3 well this year. 3 for 18 off the bench, but just in general not shooting it well. Barrett drives, lays it in. RJ to the left hand, lays it home. Raptors go up 4-3.
That's exactly what I mentioned earlier, right? RJ in the game, back in the lineup, you get a level of intensity. 2 shots for him early. First shot doesn't drop. The second one is right at the rim.
Jokic drives on Scotty Barnes, floats it up and in. I don't mind the matchup with Scotty guarding Jokic, but Pirtle anchoring the back line, but he's got to keep him out of the paint.
That's the tough thing. You got to stop him early, because if he gets into the paint, he's so strong. He scores so strong that he's going to score anything down there.
Barrett, catch and shoot. Knock it down.
Hey.
I'm back, baby. 7-5. Barrett has Toronto into the lead. Jokic backs in on Pirtle. Far side, right wing. Crab dribble down to the box. Jump hook. No good. Rebound Pirtle. Off to Barrett. RJ on the run. Right up the middle of the court. Goes at Jokic and lays it in.
That's tough. That is tough. Great job on the defensive end by Pirtle. Standing up Jokic, and RJ head high, looking at the rim, just hungry, getting to that left hand downhill.
9-5 Toronto. RJ says, what's a record in this place? Jokic 3 up top. Good. Knocks it down. 9-8 Raptors. Lead is 1.
Got to get out to him, right? He's coming off a game against the Clippers, and he went 7 for 12 from the three-point line on Saturday.
Barnes into the corner to Barrett against Porter Jr. Now to Pirtle, back to Barrett. Now to Pirtle, down low on Porter Jr. Pirtle floats it up and gets the roll.
Touch.
Man, that thing was as soft as church music.
Nice touch, and unselfish play by RJ. They did a good job getting him to basketball, knowing that he has the hot hand. RJ gets into the paint and drops it right back on the mismatch.
11-8 Toronto, and then they knock away the pass intended for the Nuggets inside. Barnes back to a cutting Barrett for a jam. Timeout,
Somebody's
Michael
gonna
Malone.
need a timeout.
RJ Barrett comes out on fire. 13-8 Toronto. Mike Malone wants to talk it over.
And that's a really good start for the Raptors. 9 points for RJ Barrett. The intensity's up. Everybody's engaged. And guess what? You forced Denver to call the first timeout of the game. Great job by the Raptors keeping Denver on their heels.
8:51 first quarter. Let's take a break. 13-8 Toronto by 5. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Touchdown. Great catch. Give me a high five. 5 minutes later. Interception. Awesome play. Give me a high five. 2 hours later.
Eddie, did you order 20 high five specials from 2-for-1 Pizza?
Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. The basketball fan that's hanging out with us tonight for the Raptors game. It's time for you to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss it when we go live for every single Toronto Raptors game this season, as well as tons of other sports. Every Toronto team is live here on TSI. Thank you for helping us create this amazing Toronto sports fan club where we can bring sports to the world and make a real world difference while we're doing it. Cheers, everybody. We'll see you guys back in the chat. Let's go, Raptors. We the North. We the North. Stand up, baby. It's time to get loud, Canada. Cheer on those Raptors.
Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
The Heart and Stroke Lottery $20,000 VIP bonus deadline is November 15th. Play to win over $4 million in prizes, including 2 grand prizes of $1 million. Visit heartandstrokelottery.ca. Lottery license RAF 1406458. Must be 18 plus. Please play responsibly.
CTV's St. Dennis Medical is the mockumentary series that will have you in stitches.
Get out there and heal some people!
Get into television's next great comedy, St. Dennis Medical. New series starts Tuesday, November 12th on CTV. Stream next day on Crave.
There's no better way to drive home than with Hayes, Noodles, and the O-Dog. Overdrive every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
Back at Scotiabank Arena, 13-8 Raptors lead, 8:51 to go first quarter. Thank you for tuning in on a Monday night as the Raptors take it at Denver early. Lead by 5, 13-8. RJ Barrett on his business tonight, starting off with 9 of Toronto's 13 and ran the last one right up Nikola Jokic's back.
Yeah, he started this game with his hard hat and his steel-toe boots, and it's a much different start for the Raptors team. The opening 3 minutes here, this is coming off of, Coach Darko mentioning after the game against Minnesota, they weren't locked in enough to start that game, but you're seeing a complete different team in these first 3 minutes against Denver here.
Aaron Gordon wearing number 32 in honor of his brother who passed away in a car accident earlier this year. Jamal Murray back. Turnaround jumper knocks it down. 16 feet near side left wing. Nuggets in the blue, moving right to left towards Bay Street. Pirtle in the lane, bounces off Gordon, and the foul on Aaron Gordon. Good strong take by the big Austrian. And he'll go to the line for two. 13-10. Raptors leading Denver, and Pirtle.
It's a good job by Scotty Barnes pushing the basketball, and they get a little handoff there, which is a little unorthodox, having Pirtle come to the basketball. You know, Jokic not really known as a defender. Doesn't follow Jokic there, Pirtle there, excuse me, and puts Gordon in a position where Pirtle's just being aggressive on that switch, taking it to the basket. But a good job by the Raptors. A couple possessions early, they've looked to Jokic, and it looks like they're going to force him to play and force Jokic to play some defense.
Never underestimate how important it is to go at a good offensive player at the other end. Two for Pirtle, knocks it down. Jakob shooting a crisp 73% at the start of the year from the line. Raptors by 5, 15-10, biggest lead of the game. Murray, runner, near side, got it. Jamal going towards his bench, going left, shooting right, knocking it out.
Tough shots for him back to back, using the screen there, keeping it wide, dribble alive.
Pirtle down low against Jokic. Going to be called on a travel.
Drag the back foot, but I still like the idea of, okay, they made 2 buckets early, right? Got himself to the free throw line, get right back to him and force Jokic to play defense, right? Both ends of the floor.
Christian Brown drives, lays it in. Nuggets cut the lead to 1, 15-14 Toronto, 7:45 first quarter. Raptors in the white, moving left to right. Davion Mitchell on the bounce, straight away. Gets it to Pirtle, near elbow, right side, turns, squares, finds Barrett. Jumper in the air, no good. Rebound, Aaron Gordon. Hit ahead to Christian Brown, up the right side, far wing. Lobs it inside to Jokic, right block, far side. Wheels on Pirtle. Muscles his way inside, lays it up and in. As he snowshoes back on defense, Jokic has given Denver a 1-point lead, 16-15. Barnes to Barrett. Drives on Brown. It's pass cross court, deflected out of bounds by Murray. It'll stay with Toronto. Abaji in, Barrett out. A good, effective short shift for R.J. Barrett to start the game. 7:06 first quarter, 16-15 Denver.
Denver's on a 7-2 run since that timeout.
Barnes gets it to Mitchell, his pass deflected. They get it to Brown on the run out, lays it in. Denver up 18-15. Oh, those turnovers are a killer.
That's been the killer for the Raptors. The first opening 3 games where they're averaging 22 turnovers per game. There again, that's an unforced one. Mitchell just not getting the ball over Jokic's extended hands.
Mitchell drives into the lane, lays it up and in. Far side left wing. 18-17 Raptors down 1. Denver coming front court. Jokic gets it to Brown. Guarded by Abaji. Down low. Mitchell trying to hang on to Gordon. Gordon backs him in, spins, and they got the foul on Mitchell on the block. So better that than giving up the dunk, I guess. And it'll be Denver ball, far side, right wing. 18-17 Nuggets, 6:20 to go, first quarter. Michael Porter Jr. finds Murray. 3 up top, no good. Long rebound, Barnes. Raptors push it front court. Barnes behind the back, gets into the lane. Banks it up and in after a ball fake to move Jokic. Toronto takes a 19-18 lead. Barnes almost steals it away from Jokic. And Toronto thought it went out of bounds off Jokic. Good pressure by Scotty up on Jokic. Normally that big man brings it up unencumbered, Javon, but Scotty in his kitchen a little bit there.
And you know what? That's after a made basket as well, right? Scotty going the full length of the floor, behind his back, rejecting the screen in transition, and using the glass tough angle to pop it right back up with some defense.
Julian Strawther into the ball game. 29th pick last year out of Gonzaga by the Pacers. Strawther, floater, got it. Far baseline right side, 10 feet. 2019 Denver. Raptor ball, far side. Grady's three, short, long rebound to Murray. Here come the Nuggets with a broken floor. Brown into the lane. Offensive foul. Ran over Davion Mitchell, who stood in and gave up his body. Raptors will bring it back the other way.
It was a smart play. Davion seeing Jamal Murray in the open court, surveying the floor, and just knowing he's going to give up the basketball, sets up shop, puts his body on the line, and takes the charge. Great IQ and just great positioning on defense.
Boucher in. Barnes out. Raptors with a 1-point deficit. Abaji into the lane, lobs it to Grady. Good look at a three, no good. Rebound knocked away, Mitchell has it. His pass deflected, knocked away, and it's off Grady. That's his second pass.
Yeah, this one.
Davion's had deflected, and as a little guy, Javon, even when you get airborne, there's still traffic
tough.
up there.
You've got to utilize the fake a lot more, right? If you're faking high, pass low, you're faking low, pass high. This time he goes airborne and just gets caught.
So Javon Shepherd basketball camp. Pass twice. The second one's the one you let go, though. 2019 Denver. Murray near side. Floats it up for Gordon. Oh, and they're going to call a foul on Boucher. It looked like that ball was too high for Gordon. And there was contact, but that's like an uncatchable pass in pass interference. I didn't think he could get that ball.
I thought Jamal lost the ball before the whistle was even called.
I'm going to have to check with the officials on that.
You have Jamal Shed checking in for Davion Mitchell right now. The luxury for the Raptors is you have one defender in Mitchell, and you have Jamal Shed coming into the game. So for Jamal Murray, it doesn't get any easier. Both of those guys, small, tough, gritty defenders.
Shed defending Murray, who went down low, and Murray fouled on the post-up by Shed.
And that's what you give up, right?
Yeah.
Shed, you're a great perimeter defender, but knowing that you have a bigger Jamal Murray on you, give up a couple inches there, you can't allow the ball to be entered into the post without giving them a fight initially, right? Got to do your work early, otherwise those are some of the areas that opposing good offensive players are going to sniff out, right? You have the advantage, simplifying the game. I'm going to post him up. Jamal Murray, a smart, high IQ scorer, right away gets to the post up, gets himself fouled, a chance at two, knocks down the first of two.
21-19 Denver. 4:45 first quarter. Paul Jones, Javon Shepherd courtside along with Josh Lippa. Up top, Jim Taddy, Warren Ward. You heard from Josh Lewinberg. Up there, Cameron Moore. Back at Raptor Central, Matt Cardinero and Owen Hall. Grady drives near side, floats it up and in. Raptors cut the lead back to one, 22-21. Gordon to Murray, far side. Back to Gordon on Shed. Turns on the post up, loses it out of bounds.
That was the difference on that play. Jamal Shed had Gordon posting him up and got under him earlier, making it tough. Gordon turns baseline, just turns over the basketball, but did his work early and didn't have to worry about it late.
Low man wins. Abaji up top, three in the air, no good. Pirtle with the tip, can't get it down. Jokic a standing rebound. Throws it long for Strother over his head, out of bounds. And that'll turn it over and give it to Toronto. Turnover number 4 for Denver. Here comes Shed, front court. Grady, catch and shoot. Like he got hit on the arm, no call. Rebound, Murray brings it front court. Stood up by Shed at midcourt. Now works to the near side, gets into the lane, floats it up. No good, but tipped up and in by Jokic.
Somebody's got to crack back on Jokic. Pirtle's helping Jamal Shed as Murray's getting to that left hand. And Jokic just crashing the boards. That's where that second side, the secondary side of the defense has to be aware, just not on ball.
Penetration hurts your defense and just kills your rebounding. And that was an example there. So let's take a break. Timeout, Darko Rajakovic. 24-21. Raptors down 3 with 3:33 to go first quarter. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Mary, who stands 5 inches away from her 55-inch flat-screen TV and yells at it even though she knows no one on the TV can hear a word she's saying. Is it effective? There's no evidence. Do we support her? Yeah. Screaming at the TV for all 4 quarters. That's how Mary fans. And we're fans of Mary. This is how.
What's up, basketball fans? Once again, thank you so much for hanging out with us and making this awesome Toronto sports fan club what it is and keeping on getting better. Now it's the time for you to let us know, where in the world does the reach go? Where are you watching from? Let us know in the chat, city and state, city and province. Give us your flag, emoji, or your country, and let's see how far out our reach is here on Toronto Sports Insider throughout this big old globe we got here. Now let's get back to the basketball. Thank you for letting us know in the chat where you're watching from. It helps immensely because it helps our geographical data as well as the chat popping off and keeping on going, which the Raptors games need a little bit of help with that right now. So let's get back to the basketball. Cheers, everybody.
Of a Lincoln, with lease rates starting at 1.49% for up to 48 months, including a 1% loyalty rate reduction on select Lincoln models. Start by booking your Lincoln Discovery Drive today at McAlpineLincoln.com.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows in your car. Available on Apple CarPlay via the iHeartRadio app. TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
7 lead changes so far, but right now Denver with a nose in front, 24-21, 3:33 to go. First quarter brought to you by Tangerine, official bank of the Toronto Raptors and their fans. Russell Westbrook into the ball game, and Russ has more triple doubles against the Raptors than any other opponent. He's hurt Toronto over his time, and I know he's not the same guy, but you still got to be aware of him, Javon. Shed in the lane for Toronto, kicks to the corner. Abaji, open 3, knocks it out. Great play call out of the timeout, Javon. The Raptors tie the game at 24. Good call by Darko.
Great job, for Abaji. Coming off a game where he just shot 3 for 5, so to knock that first shot down is a good sign.
Jokic steps out and hits that high arcing 3-ball to give Denver the 27-24 lead. Shed to Abaji, to the corner. Pirtle drives at Jokic. Tries to hand it off to Shed, who was cutting. And it went back court. Abaji trying to retrieve it. Bumped into Straw there. And that's a loose ball fall on Ochai, and another, I would say, careless turnover on the Raptors.
Unforced, just a miscue. That's where guys, have to get a better understanding of one another, because Pirtle surveyed the floor. Now he took that dribble into that step-up screen for Shed, but Shed didn't see it, right? So he was already on his way to a cut, and Pirtle's midway passing the basketball. So both guys were trying to do something positive, but on 2 different pages.
Westbrook drives down low, underneath the pass, along the baseline, knocked out of bounds. It was intended for Peyton Watson, and the Raptors will get the ball. Barnes back in for Toronto. Toronto in the white, coming left to right. Abaji, Shed, Barnes, Mobo, and Boucher. Mobo squares, gets it to Shed. In the lane, the push shot up and in by Jamal Shed.
That's a great job. We're a shot that he's comfortable with, that floater.
27-26, Denver by 1. Porter Jr. up top, Scotty in his kitchen. They try to get it to Jokic. Instead, go near side, Strother. Shot clock at 8. Gets it to Porter Jr. Scotty up on him. Porter Jr. tough, step back, no good. Long rebound, Toronto. Good D by Scotty.
Great defense.
Raptors looking for the lead. Shed into the lane, finds Mobo. Kicks it into the corner. Boucher for 3, no good. Rebound, Jokic. Busts out on the dribble. On the run to Watson, and he's fouled.
Good run out by Denver. There's got to be a bit more balance on the court. for Raptors. Jamal Shead got into the paint to make a play, and there was nobody back as Denver went in transition.
When your guard is down there under the basket, you got to have a little, not necessarily a little guy, you got to have another guy peeling back, because that little guy's caught down there in the land of the Giants.
And you know what that takes? It takes awareness. And you look at the guys that are on the floor for the Raptors. It's Scotty, it's Chris Boucher, it's Mobo, Baji checking out. That's not going to be the first thing that those guys are going to think about, because they're typically on the perimeter or they're typically around the basket. So for them, they're not thinking, hey, we need balance on the floor. They're probably thinking crash the offensive boards or match up.
Watson knocks down free throws. 29-26 Denver. Minute 50 first quarter. Barnes walks it over center with a waist-high dribble. Now works over near side right wing. Back to the left. Between the rings. Gets it to Mobo. Down the baseline. Now to Barrett back in the game. RJ spins. Shot fake. Floats it up. No good. Rebound Porter Jr. Outlet Westbrook. Up the near side. Russ trying to get into the middle. Kicks it out. Saric. Porter Jr. wide open three. Not even close. Rebound Barnes. Scotty on a pass to Mobo, who's fouled by Westbrook. Great job by Scotty on the push. And Mobo running the near side right lane.
Those two have a little connection.
Yeah.
Just a tad bit of connection there. That was a tough pass. Scotty Barnes threading the needle between two defenders, Saric and Westbrook. Mobo, good hands to get a catch on it. And Russell Westbrook, you said, he's not the same Russ as he was in his MVP campaign, but I'll tell you this much, he still competes, right? Didn't let up nothing easy there.
Hey, you will never say, well, Russ didn't have it tonight. He didn't give me he has it every night. It's not always effective or efficient, but I always say it's like when you send a dog for the slippers and he comes back with the paper, you're like, all right, can't knock the hustle. Not really what I wanted, but I got you. Mobo knocks down two free throws. 29-28 Denver. Minute 12 to go. Shed standing up. Strother in the backcourt, and they barely get it over center. Westbrook on the lob, knocked away by Mobo. Out of bounds. They say Denver ball. Great hands by Jonathan Mobo. And Shed stood up Strother in the backcourt 75 feet away, said, no, you're not going there.
Not going there at all. That's the thing with Mobo. Remember, he does a good job on the defensive end, right? Coming off a game where he had a team-high 5 deflections Saturday against Minnesota.
Saric, baseline, reverse layup, no good. Rebound Barnes. Here comes Toronto with numbers. Barnes down the lane, floats it up, no good. Tipped up by Boucher, no good. Rebound Westbrook. Missed a chance for the lead. Here comes Denver. Right to left toward Bay Street. Westbrook, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound Boucher. Outlet Shed, 35 seconds, first quarter, Toronto down 1. Barrett to Boucher, pocket pass, lays it up and in, near side, right wing. Toronto up 30-29.
Great read. RJ patient in transition, getting to that left hand. Chris Boucher slipping to the rim, and RJ diming him, bounce pass. Chris, great catch, great finish.
Westbrook leans over on the bounce, knee-high dribble, right, left, back to the right, finds Saric in the lane. The ball turned over, but they're going to call a kick on Mobo. So 11 seconds to go in the quarter. Denver with the ball front court, down 1. Michael Malone wants a sub. He's going to put Jamal Murray in. Interesting, Raptors make this run with Jokic on the bench. Not a stat for you when we get a chance there. Westbrook up top. Team clock at 5, 4 to Saric in the lane, knocked away by Shed. Mobo launches, no good. Great job by Toronto. 30-29, they lead after a quarter. Good energy in the building. Javon.
Great team fight, right? RJ came out and really got this thing off to a great start for the Raptors. 9 points early for him. But, the fact that they got Pirtle involved early, testing Jokic's defense, I think coming out in the second quarter, you really want to get this number down right here to 61% that Denver is shooting from the floor. Can you provide a bit more resistance? I think the Raptors have come out with the intensity, but on that defensive end, the deflections, the contests, forcing the tougher shots to bring that number down.
Second quarter, when we come back, 30-29 Raptors. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network.
Whatever the weather, CMC Markets is here to help. Planning for a rainy day? Enjoy $0 commission on U.S. and Canadian share CFDs. Riding out the storm? Get ahead of the curve with lightning-fast execution speeds. Blue skies ahead? Go with the trusted broker backed by over 30 years experience. Switch to CMC Markets and join over 275,000 global traders. Learn more at cmcmarkets.ca. FX spreads apply. CFDs involve a high degree of risk. Member Canadian Investor Protection Fund. Umbrella not included.
Touchdown.
Great catch.
Give me a high five.
5 minutes later.
Interception.
Awesome play.
Give me a high five.
2 hours later.
Eddie, did you order 20 high five specials from 2-for-1 Pizza?
You kept asking for high fives.
I meant... never mind. I'm hungry.
High five. Buy any large traditional pizza and get up to 3 medium
What's up,
one-topping...
Raptors fans? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for this Toronto Raptors basketball game. Come on, We the North. Hit that like button down below. And if you're a fan of the other team too, hit the like button. It brings more basketball fans here into the chat to hang out with us and have a good time during this one. So let's get back to the basketball. Don't forget to share the link out as well in the commercial breaks. Get on over to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, the social boards, however you do it, and send this link out, and let's get more fans here in the chat cheering on our Raptors. Let's go, baby. Hit that basketball and slam it home. Let's go, Raptors.
Making your lousy commute fun. Overdrive with Hayes Noodles and the O-Dog every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
Second quarter about to start. 30-29. Raptors with a 1-point lead. Here comes Denver front court, right to left in the royal blue uniforms with yellow trim. Westbrook drive, laid it up, no good. Gets into the lane, puts it up, no good. They got the foul call as Russ was a one-man band there.
Yeah, that's one thing. His change of speed, right? He might not be as fast as and explosive as he was, when he was in 28, 25, 24, 26. But right now, he still has that burst, and that's so tough to guard when you have elite guards that are in transition as he knocks down the first or two, and they have you on either wing, the right wing or the left wing, and they change direction left to right. They often catch a defense flat-footed, so you got to do a better job of catching those guards like really above the break so they can't get that leverage and that momentum. Westbrook misses the second one.
Game tied at 30, 11:40. First half, Raptors front court. Mobile, Barnes, Barrett, Shed, and Jamison battle. Barrett drives near side, lay it up, no good. Wanted the contact, didn't get it. Here comes Michael Porter Jr. out there with Watson, Saric, Westbrook, and Julian Strother. Westbrook up top against Battle. Stops. The cut intended for Porter Jr. knocked away. Shed three near side, no good. Rebound, Saric. Outlet to Peyton Watson. Up the middle of the floor, drives on Barnes. Scotty gets a piece. Mobo down with the rebound. Here come Raptors front court. In the white, moving left to right. Shed, kick out, Battle, swing it. Barnes gets into the lane. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, Michael Porter Jr. We're still tied at 30. Minute 12 into the second quarter. Saric down low. Spins, blocked by Jamison Battle. Here comes Barnes on a run out to Shed, who lays it up and in. How about Jamison Battle with the block at the other end?
This has been a good start for the Raptors in the second quarter in terms of the defense. I mentioned coming into the second quarter, you want to see that 61% that Denver shot in the first quarter go down. You have 52 right now. Great deflections, blocks, active hands. Here you see Scotty Barnes contesting Saric, forcing him to miss another one. You get a transition layup
Barrett
by Shed.
On the run, gets it out to Shed, who has it up on the glass, and he's going to get credit for a deuce as they call a goaltend, and the Raptors.
Back-to-back transition buckets for Shed. But where's that manufactured? On the defensive end, right? And now you're playing in the open court. Nobody's looking over at coach. Rajakovic for calls or what set we're running, transition offense, starting from your defense.
34-30 Toronto. Porter Jr. in the lane gets it down with two hands for safety on the dunk.
He got it. He got there, right? Had Scotty Barnes on his right hip as he's penetrating to his left side. Scotty was leaving it in for Mobo, thinking Mobo was going to contest it.
Barrett up top. Turns the corner on Šarić. Into the corner to Shed. Shot fake down the baseline to Mobo inside for the jam. Great ball movement side to side for the Raptors. Mobo's dunk makes it 36-32. Westbrook in the lane. Fouled on the way in.
Shed made a tough play there because RJ worked that baseline, zipped across to the right side baseline, and Shed, you typically don't want to penetrate on top of another penetration.
Yeah.
But he gets in there, and because the defense stepped up, Mobo's in the right spot. He drops it down with enough touch, and Mobo just making something happen.
Šarić in the lane. Finds a cutting. Michael Porter Jr. knocked away. Here comes Toronto on the run. Barrett drives at Šarić, bounces off him. No call. Misses the shot. Barnes with the rebound up and in.
Scotty makes that look so easy. RJ in transition. Could have got called for should have been a foul as he attacked the basket. But Scotty comes up with it. Doesn't wrestle, doesn't fight, goes straight up with it. And a nice layup. Raptors doing a good job again turning Denver over. 8 turnovers for Denver. They forced 8 turnovers that have led to 6 points.
And Jokic on the bench as Toronto makes an 8-3 run to start the quarter. Not a good number when Jokic on the bench. Only 60 points per 100 possessions. When he's on the floor, it's over 111. We'll take a break. 9:18, first half. Toronto 38, Denver 32. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Gary, who lies with reckless abandon every time he's invited out on game night, so he doesn't have to miss game night. Sorry, it's mating season for my pet squid. My e-scooter is out of gas. I ate a beanless burrito? My shoulder blade feels dull. I'm traveling to the 16th century? That's how Gary fans. And we're fans of Gary. This is how we fan. Tangerine.
Hey you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. The basketball fan that's hanging out with us tonight for the Raptors game. It's time for you to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss it when we go live for every single Toronto Raptors game this season, as well as tons of other sports. Every Toronto team is live here on TSI. Thank you for helping us create this amazing Toronto sports fan club where we can bring sports to the world and make a real world difference while we're doing it. Cheers, everybody. We'll see you guys back in the chat. Let's go, Raptors. We the North. We the North. Stand up, baby. It's time to get loud, Canada. Cheer on those Raptors.
Ending with a blaze of debt. He called Alpine credits and a superhero was sent his way. Summoning water, she extinguished the fire and consolidated his debt into one low monthly payment. His floors may be wet, but his debt is under control. Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows on your smart speaker. Simply tell your smart speaker to listen to TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
Back in Toronto, 38-32. Raptors leading by 6. Carton, Barrett, Mobo, Barnes, and Battle on the floor for Toronto. Nuggets will bring it front court from right to left toward Bay Street in the royal blue with maroon and gold trim. Murray, Westbrook, Gordon, Strawther, and Watson. Strawther near side. Drives on Barnes. They get the switch. Barrett picks him up. Strawther into the lane. Kicks it cross court. Battle wasn't looking or else he would have had a steal. Instead, the drive by Watson misses, but Barrett takes the foul, trying to get the rebound. Man, see ball if...
Well, RJ, he picks up his third foul right there and knows it goes right to the bench. But I appreciate it because he's not giving anything easy. Watson getting to the free throw line now for 2. Denver's come out of that timeout with a smaller lineup. Jamal Murray, Watson, Russell Westbrook, Gordon, Strother.
All right, Battle will sit down for Toronto. Abaji in. 9 minutes on the nose. First half. Toronto leading 38-33. Their biggest lead of the game was 6 a minute ago. It has been cut to 4. Carton will bring it front court. Near side, right wing in front of the Raptor bench. Left hand to the middle. Kicks it to Battle. Now to Barnes, far elbow. Finds Carton. DJ drives into the lane, floats it up, no good. Rebound Aaron Gordon. Off to Westbrook. On the run, Russ lays it up and in. There's that change of speed that caught Barnes flat-footed. 38-36 Toronto.
And again, the change of speed and change of direction, right? When Russell Westbrook is in transition, you've got to stop him early so he doesn't get that momentum into that move.
Scotty backs down Peyton Watson and knocks in a 12-footer. Back comes Denver. Strother, quick three, got it. Raptors not quite back. Denver cuts the lead to 1, 40-39. Jokic getting off the bench. Carton up top to Barnes. Scotty on the drive. Now to DJ Carton near side. Back to Barnes. Going to go to work on Watson. Drives to the hoop, lays it up and in.
It's a tough move.
Tough move by Scotty.
That elbow and just that first step. Gets the defense right behind him, gets that advantage, and Scotty knew it. Used your length there, finishing at the rim.
Barnes with 8, 6, and 5 assists. Raptors up 42-39, 7:40 first quarter. Foul will go on Battle against Aaron Gordon. But Darko's saying, well, how much are you going to let the guy back in? So Pirtle and Mitchell will check in for Toronto. Barnes and Mobo will check out.
Some good minutes for Scotty Barnes, right? 14 minutes for him, 8 points, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. Lightweight's reading the game tonight and not just getting, comfortable on the perimeter, reading the mismatches and being patient and taking advantage of them.
Murray on the baseline. Tries to find Jokic. It's knocked away. Jokic gets it back. Wheels into the middle. Off balance. 1-foot floater is good. What a great touch by a big man.
There's nothing you can do there. Right, he leans his body on you, gets to the middle, gets the defense leaning one way and just spins off of that back foot for a tough, unorthodox shot.
42-41 Toronto. In the lane, Mitchell kicks it out to Battle. Down low. Pirtle, mid-post extended. Drives at Jokic, who body checks him. Man, looked like Bo Nix could use some of that offensive line protection for the Broncos. Foul will go on Jokic. Oh, sorry, they're going to give it to Murray. Raptors with the lead, 42-41, 7-12 first half. Mitchell up top, works far side, gets it to Abaji. Great move on Gordon to Mitchell. 3-ball far side, no good. Rebound knocked away. Here comes Denver. Julian Strother, front court. Jokic on the lob, knocked away by Abaji. Great effort. Off the backboard, it goes to Toronto. Carton, front court to Abaji. In the corner, Ochai drive, kick to Mitchell into the corner. Carton, 3, no good. Rebound, Abaji fouled by Strother. He had inside position. And a good call by Sheree Mitchell.
A good sequence for Abaji as well. On one end, matched up with Gordon, fronts him on the post, right, allows Gordon to ride him up, but gets a hand on the basketball, which forces a turnover. And then on the offensive side, right, really getting inside position, sticking his nose in there, and then comes up with the ball enough that he can draw a foul. Now the Raptors retain the possession right here. Donovan Mitchell taking it out. Davion Mitchell, excuse me.
6:40. First half, 42-41 Toronto. Grady near side. On the bounce, gets it to Pirtle. Shot fake drive. Jokic stands him up, but Pirtle floats it in. And Pirtle wanted the foul, rightfully so.
I like, whoa.
6:27 to go, first half. And we had a stop and play. Some idiot walking on the floor with a sign. I didn't see it. I was watching in the backcourt. Security quickly disposing of him. James Capers at the table, checking to make sure the clock has been set properly. And Denver will bring it front court, trailing 44-41. We'll take this opportunity to tell you that second quarter action is brought to you by Alpine Credits. Do you own your home and need a loan? Alpine Credits can help. Get approved at alpinecredits.ca. Here comes Denver, front court. Jamal Murray on the drive on Davion Mitchell. Lays it up, no good. Rebound, Pirtle. Back comes Toronto with numbers. Grady on the drive to Mitchell. Three ball up, top, good. Davion knocks it out. Down the bottom of the well for Davion Mitchell.
Great awareness, right? Davion's pushing the basketball, gets it to Grady, and then gets it back. Jamal Murray late to get back into play. Davion Mitchell teeing it up for three.
Raptors almost another 8-second violation. And instead, they've got a foul on Jamison Battle. If I'm the Raptors coaching staff, I'm telling the officials, hey, look, man, count that 8-second business. Watch it. Because that's twice we thought we had him and y'all weren't paying attention. You getting paid too. Do your job, in the words of Bill Belichick. 5:55 to go. First half. 47-41, biggest lead of the game for the Raptors. And Julian Strother misses the first free throw. Darko giving instructions to his diminutive backcourt of Jamal Shed and Davion Mitchell. I know they're small, but they're still not giving anything up, and the effort is there, Javon. 47-42, 5-point Raptor lead. Shed into the lane. Drives on Jokic, who blocks it and saves it. A rarity. Christian Brown in the corner up top. Aaron Gordon, three, got it. 47-45, Denver cuts it to 2. Shed to Pirtle. Up top on the bounce. Pirtle gets it to Shed, near side. On the bounce, top of the lane. Floater in the air, good. Jamal with that push shot. That thing you can hang your laundry on. It goes down 49-45 Toronto. Jokic front court. Gets it to Gordon. Backs in on Abaji near side. Crab dribble into the lane. Floats it up, no good. Pirtle knocks it away. Ball on the ground. It's loose. Gordon falling out of bounds. Can't handle it. It'll be Toronto basketball. Raptors not giving up an inch, Javon, on the back down by Aaron Gordon.
Well, they can see what Denver's game plan is right now, right? And a team that's not shooting the basketball well, playing against a smaller Toronto Raptors team, and they're thinking like punch it inside and take advantage of their size and their strength, right? Raptors are prepared for it, and like you mentioned, standing up Porter Jr. there, and these guys are doing a great job with the energy and the effort on that end of the floor.
In the lane, Davion Mitchell lays it up and in. 51-45, Raptors by 6. Still their biggest lead of the game. Offensive foul.
Great read.
It was by Jamal Shed as Gordon got the post up, turned and lowered the left shoulder, and
great read. And he fought early.
Yeah.
Did his work early.
Push him out.
On the catch, gives him enough space, knowing that Gordon's going to make his move. And Gordon dips that left shoulder right into the chest. That center of Shed, who's prepared and ready, feet set to take the charge.
Raptors in the lane. Grady Dick lays it in. Biggest lead of the game for Toronto. 53-45. 8-point edge. The Raptors playing inspired ball, shooting 53% on the night.
And here's the kicker, Jonesy. They've had 14 more shot attempts than this Denver team.
Jokic up top. Gets it to Murray straight away. Works far side. The floater up, no good. Rebound, Pirtle. Gets it to Shed. Runs it front court to Mitchell. Can't squeeze it. Got to catch it with two hands. Back comes Porter Jr. Short floater up and in, far side. Man, that's a 4-point play either way. Could have been 55-45 instead. The lead cut to 6 at 53-47. Timeout, Darko. We'll take a break. 3:40 first half. Raptors 53, Denver 47. This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Breaking story from Alpine News Network. Sam had aspirations of opening a clothing boutique. She called Alpine Credits and was sent a speedy superhero to help with a business loan. Super speed doesn't translate to radio, but when our hero runs, she sounds like this. If you ran at the speed of light, you'd sound funny too. Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
Getting my Honda CR-V has opened the door to adventure. With Econ Mode to maximize fuel efficiency, I'm free to explore. And with tons of cargo space, it's easy to pack for getaways. My dog, camping
What's
gear.
up, Raptors fans? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for this Toronto Raptors basketball game. Come on, We the North, hit that like button down below. And if you're a fan of the other team too, hit the like button. It brings more basketball fans here into the chat to hang out with us and have a good time during this one. So let's get back to the basketball. Don't forget to share the link out as well in the commercial breaks. Get on over to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, the social boards, however you do it, and send this link out and let's get more fans here in the chat cheering on our Raptors. Let's go, baby. Hit that basketball and slam it home. Let's go, Raptors.
You dream about, like up to 30% off almost everything. And a free gift with a $149 minimum purchase. Only at Sleep Country. See in store or online for details. Sleep Country, Canada.
First up with Korolnik and Koliakovo. Weekday morning 6 till 10 on TSN 1050.
You ain't first, you're last. 3:40 to go until halftime. Paul Jones, Javon Shepard, Josh Lippa. You'll hear from Jim Taddy, Warren Ward, and Josh Lewinberg at halftime. Raptors right now with a 53-47 6-point lead. Not to leave out our guys keeping us on the air. Up top, Cameron Moore with Jim and Warren. Back at Raptors Central, Matt Cardadero and producer Owen Hall. Been a good half, Javon. How about this quarter? You wanted that field goal percentage coming down. Denver 6 of 14 with 5 turnovers, 5 apple tarts, Javon. And the Raptors only 1 turnover this quarter, shooting 11 of 19, as you said. Look at the field goal discrepancy. 12 more shots at the bucket.
Yeah, and you look at points in the paint for the Raptors, 30-22, doing a good job there, as well as bench points, 17 bench points for the Raptors. Guys are coming in and giving something, right?
Grady, reverse layup, blocked by Jokic. He came to the side of the basket where Jokic was. Back comes Denver. Murray to Jokic on Grady. To Gordon underneath, and Gordon came from out of bounds. That's a great call by referee Aaron Smith. A lot of times the referees don't see that.
Guys coming in right back and first to touch the basketball after being out of bounds.
Front court, Pirtle to Barnes. Raptors in the white, moving left to right. Scotty up top. Shot clock at 8. Grady gets it to Scotty. Turns in the lane. Fall away jumper, good. Got it over Christian Brown. Raptors up 8. Biggest lead of the game, 55-47.
Another one of those where Scotty realizes he's 2 inches taller than Brown and just turns right over and elevates. Gets himself an easy 2.
Jokic to Murray. Elbow jumper far side. Murray wide open, couldn't get it down. Here comes Toronto, looking for a double-figure lead. Davion Mitchell drives, and they've got an offensive foul on Mobo running over Jamal Murray. And not so sure about that one. Mobo going to get called, and that turnover is going to give it to Denver, and they will avoid that double-figure deficit. Front court. Gordon up top to Jokic. Backs in on Mitchell. Spins, 1-foot floater, good. Back comes Toronto, up by 6. Mitchell, 3, far side, good. Down the bottom of the well for Davion Mitchell.
He's 2 for 3 from the three-point line tonight, taking some really good ones. Here, nobody's stepping up to defend him. Well, it's that's almost a layup.
Murray in the lane, lays it up and in over a smaller Mitchell. 58-51, Toronto 145 first half. Mitchell, front court. Barnes back to Mitchell. Now Scotty has it on the post up on Murray. Scotty spins, and Jamal Murray fouls him. Scotty doing a nice job with a penetrating dribble.
Well, he gets him off balance, right? Because Jamal Murray is, he's extending that arm and getting on his hip and then releasing it, trying to show the officials that he's not fouling. Scotty does a good job of waiting for that contact and spinning away, picking up the foul.
Mitchell up top against Murray. Works far side, left wing. Gets into the lane, the pass knocked away. Here comes Christian Brown on the run, jams it down. Raptors coming back, it's tipped, and it will stay with Toronto. Front court, Barnes with the ball for Toronto. Drives into the lane, finds a cutting Mobile on the baseline, fouled by Jokic. Mobile very good at cutting without the ball.
Yeah, you know what I love about him is he stays active, right? You don't have to run a play for him. He's not looking for, a direct look, or you have to set him a screen, or he has to set a screen and slip. Anytime he sees any form of penetration, especially coming from Scotty Barnes on the strong side, he's typically on that weak side, cutting on that baseline, and not only making the cut, but making himself available, getting into that open gap, and get his hand on the basketball. Right here, gets himself to the free throw line, knocks down the first or two. But a great look by Scotty, and Mobile doing a good job cutting on the baseline.
Mobile knocks down the second one. Raptors by 7, 60-53. Front court, Aaron Gordon, guarded by Mobile. Far side right wing above the arc. Gets it to Jokic between the circles. Spins on Pirtle, floats it up for Gordon. And they've got a push in the back. And Aaron Gordon has lived off that lob from Jokic. Saw a great number telling you that in terms of assisting to another player, Jokic to Aaron Gordon since 2021, when Gordon was traded there, 470 assists from Jokic to Gordon. A lot of them, Javon, on the lob. The next closest is Trae Young to Clint Capella at 439. So they've got some chemistry. Gordon makes 1 of 2 though. Raptors up 60-54. Front court. Here comes Scotty Barnes. On the bounce. Against Gordon between the rings. 35 seconds in the half. Scotty into the lane, floats it up, and gets the roll. Just gets it up there softly on the tin, and it tickles the twine.
He's gone to that same spot. He's giving Denver a taste of their own medicine, of their own game plan. Right into the paint in that red zone.
Take the little guy.
Take, small fry. Got a mouse in the house. Simple basketball. There's nothing drawn up.
62-54, Raptors by 8. Murray turns the corner. Underneath to Gordon, short jumper, no good. All Raptors on the rebound. It's Barnes. 1 shot time for Toronto. 10 seconds. First half. Barnes drives, gets into the lane. Stripped by Porter, and it's out of bounds off Toronto. Boy, I thought Scotty got fouled, but no call. Jokic gets it to Murray. Goes off his foot, and Denver gets nothing. So half of the game in the books, and it's the Raptors with a 62-54 lead at recess.
And, the thing that stands out is the 42 points in the paint for the Raptors, right? The last 2 games, they've been really good at that. 56 points in the paint back-to-back games. And here, well on their way there, 42 points, and you can just see the effort, right? They just know, Scotty's had a number of matchups where that ball's gone into post. They took advantage there. RJ started off aggressively. Davion Mitchell knocked down a couple shots from the perimeter, but on the offensive side, it's just really being aware, right? Aware of what's going on, reading plays, and then on the defensive end of the floor, doing a good job of active hands, being aggressive, deflections, forcing steals. They forced Denver into 12 turnovers, which they haven't converted on as much as you'd like with only 14 points, but got to continue that defensive effort in the second half.
Let's take a break. Halftime, Taddy Ward, Leuenberg up next, 62-54. Raptors by 8 at recess. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network.
Touchdown. Great catch.
Give me a high five.
5 minutes later.
Interception.
Awesome play.
Give me a high five.
2 hours later.
Eddie, did you order 20 high five specials from 2-for-1 Pizza?
You kept asking for high fives.
I meant, never mind. I'm hungry.
High five. Buy any large traditional pizza and get up to 3 medium one-topping pizzas for just $5 each.
2-for-1 pizza. Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
People sometimes ask, sure, you can consolidate people's debts using telekinesis, but what else can you do? As if changing lives isn't enough. Well, I can also use my power to make it rain hot dogs. It's still not as cool as consolidating debts into one easy payment, though.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuzz shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Getting my Honda CR-V has opened the door to adventure. With Econ Mode to maximize fuel efficiency, I'm free to explore. And with tons of cargo space, it's easy to pack for getaways. My dog, camping gear. It's like I've discovered a wild, adventurous side of me. Whoop, Alice is excited too.
Lease the CR-V LX two-wheel drive for $99 weekly at 2.99% APR for 28 months with $2,000 down. Offer includes $1,500 lease bonus. OAC conditions apply. See HondaOntario.com.
Golfers, the Golftown Demo event is almost here, and you don't want to miss it. This is your chance to save up to 40% on Canada's largest selection of demo golf clubs, including top brands like Callaway, TaylorMade, Ping, Titleist, Cobra, and more. The Demo Club event early access starts online at golftown.com Thursday, October 31st at 12 p.m. Plus, doors open for the Demo Club event at your local Golftown Saturday, November 2nd at 9 a.m. Shop early for the best selection. Visit golftown.com for full details.
Hey, it's Brian Hayes, and I have a confession to make. I skipped the gym a lot over the summer months. But thanks to the judgment-free zone at Planet Fitness, I'm back in my routine and feeling better than ever. Planet Fitness offers a variety of high-quality, brand-name cardio and strength equipment. And get this, a membership will only cost you $15 a month. That's right, $15 a month. So visit planetfitness.ca today or pop into a gym near you and get back into your routine at Planet Fitness.
Tangerine Raptors basketball is on TSN 1050. The Raptors live here.
And lead at 62-54 over Denver at the half. Welcome to Raptors at the half. Tangerine Raptors basketball. Jim Taddy, Warren Ward, and Josh Leuenberg with you. And Warren, it started out with R.J. Barrett leading the way, 9 points within mere minutes, and then it was everybody else, wasn't it?
Exactly, and I think, looking at Shed, Carton, they went deep into the bench. They played 6 guys off the bench. You look at the totality of what the Raptors were, able to accomplish against a really good Denver team, 62 points at half. I think, they've dominated most of this game, and I think RJ came out, he looked like he didn't skip a beat. But I think the most impressive thing to me was just the helter-skelter defense and the fact that every player was hustling. And they looked like a team that has started the season 0-2. and they came out aggressive. They're attacking the rim. They got a lot of points in the paint, which is what you want to see. They are shooting a lot of jump shots. I mean, look at the numbers from three. The Raptors have 14 attempts to Denver's only 8, but Denver has made 5 of them. The Raptors have made 4. They're not shooting the best from 3, but everything else is going their way, and I really like what they're doing on the glass. They have 6 offensive rebounds. They are out-rebounding Denver at the moment, only by 3, but still, and out-assisting them. I think those 2 factors plus the turnovers really helping Toronto, but they've controlled the game. They've been flirting with a 10-point lead most of this first half, which is what you'd want to see. Maybe not what's expected. I think Pirtle's doing an excellent job on Jokic about the best that you can do. He's going to score regardless of any situation, but I think everyone else they've kept in check, including Jamal Murray. Nothing's really been easy for Denver, but I like when I see the Raptors playing aggressive, trying to get deflections, get steals. If they had a few less turnovers, right, especially the unforced errors, they probably have a 14-point lead right now, but all things considered, this is a great half and probably not what I expected to see, and maybe not what other people expected to see. 62 points in the first half is great.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really impressed. We came into this saying, okay, well, you're probably going to have a hard time with the Nuggets starting unit with Jokic. If you can just take advantage of those bench minutes, of the Jokic rest minutes, then maybe you have a chance if you're the Raptors. And look, they did that. They won the Jokic bench minutes 16-10, which was important. But then Jokic comes back, and the starters come back, and the Raptors didn't let up. I thought they did a great job, even against this very good Denver starting lineup. I mean, Warren mentioned the job on Jokic, and 16 points, 6 rebounds, 7 for 8, pretty good. Only 1 assist. Like, you live with that. The triple-double watch right now is not for Jokic. It's for Scotty Barnes, 12, 7, and 6 at the half. I agree with you guys. I think it's a really solid team-wide production for this Raptors team right now. A number of really good performances, but that's the thing is, like, you don't just limit it to 1 or 2 guys. We've got a lot of guys here to talk about, and it's amazing what a difference the return of RJ Barrett makes, because all of a sudden, guys move down 1 slot in the hierarchy and are maybe a little bit closer to the role that they're better suited for. And with all due respect, I mean, the guys that were being asked a lot over the first few games because of the injuries did a good job. The young guys, the rookies coming off the bench, they did a good job, but they're doing an even better job now that they're not being asked to do too much. Jamal Shed, Jonathan Mobo coming off the bench. Again, those two have really formed a fun dynamic with the second unit. And how about the point guard production, guys? Like, even without the starter at that position, Emmanuel Quickly still out, you get 18 points from your point guards in Davion Mitchell, who's knocked down a couple threes, and Shed, who I mentioned coming off the bench, 3 assists as well, and just bringing that usual havoc defensively. I mean, that's something that's really important here, something that the Raptors have lacked at the point guard position over the last few years, and that's depth. They've got a lot of depth at that position right now.
Well said. So RJ Barrett with the 9 points, a couple of minutes in. He's only played 10 minutes, so he might be under a minute's watch, but that means that everybody else has to chip in, and they have so far. When you look at that second unit, I mean, to be 6 deep in the first half is quite a statement, isn't it?
And not just that, but you're getting contribution from those 6. So the minutes aren't aimless. And just like Josh said, you got guys who move down the totem pole just a spot or two, which then helps RJ, and then it also gives the bench players a specific task and a very assigned role, for them. So, Mogbo, I love his energy and his effort, and even Carton, he didn't score, but still, what he does on the floor from a point guard, and just in terms of having another body out there to go ahead and defend, and then someone else who can knock down a shot, it spreads the defense out by a step or two, and that's really all the difference made at this level. It is literally half a step, and that's what the Raptors have, and that's what their bench has been able to do. Whether it's Boucher, Mogbo, Abaji, Shed, of course, 10 minutes played, 4 for 6 in the game. Nothing is forced out of this group. No one on the bench is looking for a shot in terms of they're just letting the offense create it. And I think down the stretch in the season, as season goes on, playing this tough schedule in the beginning is only going to help these guys. And that's why I go with the term retool, because I think once these players get more confidence and they get used to playing at this level and they get used to understanding the expectations around that, the Raptors will flourish.
Well, I just like the fearlessness that they play with, and that's something that Darko Rajakovic mentioned before the game, that despite their youth, even the actual really, really young guys, the rookies coming off the bench, like, nobody is afraid of the moment, regardless, again, of what is asked of them, and specifically against this Denver Nuggets team. I mean, this is an NBA championship team. A couple of years ago, you're going up against the MVP in 3 of the last 4 years, and this Raptors team, I mean, they're going right at him. And granted, Jokic is not Rudy Gobert in terms of, like, the rim protection and just, like, the defensive intimidation factor. But in the same way, I thought the Raptors were going right at Gobert the other night in Minnesota. No fear there. They're not showing any fear of Jokic and this Denver defense, which is really struggling right now. Warren mentioned the points in the paint, 42-28. I really like the way that these guys, again, not a great three-point shooting team, and they're struggling again today, 4-15, but they're saying, okay, well, if the threes aren't falling, we're going to find a way to get our offense going. Scotty Barnes has done a good job in setting the tone, leading the way, getting into the lane, breaking down the defense, and finding guys around the rim, and they're getting to the rim and to the free throw line.
Josh, thanks very much. Appreciate it. 16 assists for the Raptors at the half on 26 buckets. Shed and Mobile are just relentless out there and fun to watch, the two youngsters. So it is 62-54 for the Raptors over Denver at the half. The second half is next. This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050.
Don't like back-to-back. Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
Joe and Lucy needed a new roof and reached out to Alpine Credits. I flew over to help them with a home renovation loan. I suggested they transform their house into a giant robot head, beams that shoot from the eyes. Pew, pew! Instead, they just went with shingles. But it's pretty glorious.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
Fall for Subaru by enjoying fall to the fullest. Think scarlet, burgundy, amber, crimson and copper, but never, never blue. Because with Subaru symmetrical...
What's up, basketball fans? Once again, thank you so much for hanging out with us and making this awesome Toronto sports fan club what it is and keeping on getting better. Now it's the time for you to let us know, where in the world does the reach go? Where are you watching from? Let us know in the chat, city and state, city and province. Give us your flag, emoji, or your country, and let's see how far out our reach is here on Toronto Sports Insider throughout this big old globe we got here. Now let's get back to the basketball. Thank you for letting us know in the chat where you're watching from. It helps immensely because it helps our geographical data as well as the chat popping off and keeping on going, which the Raptors games need a little bit of help with that right now. So let's get back to the basketball. Cheers,
on
everybody.
the radio. Your customers are already here.
If you've got room in your day to doom scroll until your battery dies, binge an entire season of reality TV, or watch funny cat videos on loop, you've got room for play. With thrilling arcade games, epic attractions, live entertainment, crave-worthy food, and handcrafted cocktails, the Rec Room is the ultimate place to let loose and have fun. The Rec Room. Make room for play. Find the Rec Room near you at therecroom.com.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream us on iHeartRadio, the TSN app, or on Apple CarPlay. TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
Third quarter about to start. Raptors leading 62-54. Some impressive numbers for the Raptors, but I'll give you an impressive number right now. Third quarter, 2 for 1. We're talking pizza here. Third quarter action delivered by 2 for 1 Pizza. Give yourself a high five. Buy any large traditional pizza and get up to 3 medium 1-topping pizzas for $5 each. 2for1pizza.com. How about the Raptors holding, Javon, the Nuggets to 9 of 19 with 6 turnovers in that quarter, only turning the ball over themselves 3 times. I mean, they've only got 7 for the game and shooting 14 of 24.
They've been playing some really good basketball in that first half, right? And the key for this young group is to build on that, right? Not let that level of play drop, right? They did a good job of holding Denver to 25 points in that second quarter, but also, right, the plus 12 in the field goal attempts, right? That's just a level of aggression because you're turning Denver over.
Well, Toronto coming front court with the ball, or Denver coming front court with the ball in the blue, working left to right. Jokic in the lane, has it knocked away, complaining for a call, doesn't get it. Back comes Toronto. Barnes in the lane, lays it up, no good. Tipped up by Pirtle, no good, and then up and in by Jakob gives Toronto a 9-point lead, biggest of the game, 10-point lead, biggest of the game, 64-54.
Making it a track meet. RJ pushing the basketball. Great job by Scotty cutting across the key. And Pirtle cleaning it up on the offensive boards.
They want a review to see if Porter's three went in before the foul by Jokic or on Jokic by Barrett. RJ trying to get around the screen. It would be a disjointed 4-point play. I don't think they're not even going to review it. That happened well before the shot. They're going to have to review it. James Capers taking the referee Sheree Mitchell, or we need to check that one out. And they will. But Jokic setting that screen and slightly moving just enough, and that's the one where I just think it's a moving screen. That's a side out of bounds. That is not a 4-point play. We're seeing it on the replay center. The delay was in the whistle, not the foul.
Foul review. The foul was committed before the upward shooting motion, so we have side out for Denver with 14 on the shot clock.
All right. Got one right. I got one this year.
I'm telling you, you got to get paid for doing double duty.
But RJ, though, picks up his fourth personal, Javon. That's not good.
Yeah, not good at all. It looks like Coach Rajakovic is going to let him play with the fourth and just trusting RJ.
Came out like a house on fire, but foul trouble put him on the bench. Murray, elbow jumper far side, no good. Rebound tipped up. Pirtle comes away with it. Off to RJ. Gets to the middle, now to Davion Mitchell. Up top, now to Barrett. Works near side. Kicks it to Pirtle. Raptors stagnant. Pirtle in the lane, the floater up, halfway down and out. And Christian Brown can't hold the rebound. It'll be Toronto basketball.
You know, the body language of the Denver team is it's just not the same. They don't have the same swagger. And yeah, it's early in the season, but I'm just not seeing that same fire, that same confidence in this group. Pirtle catches the basketball. You know, the five defenders in blue shirts are just looking at him. And then the miscue on the rebound, Raptors end up coming up with it.
Grady, far side, into the lane. Oh, pretty move by Grady.
That's a nice take.
Jackknife layup with a schoolyard spin off glass, far side, right wing. Raptors by 12, 66, 44, 54, make it 66. 56 as Murray goes at Barrett, knowing RJ had the 4 fouls. Grady, 3 up top, no good. Wanted the foul call, didn't get it. RJ sets for 3, down the bottom of the well.
Everybody falls asleep, right? Grady comes off that stagger on the left side of the floor. RJ comes up with the rebound, and the best shot in the game after offensive rebound is at the three-point line. RJ knocking it down. No, not a Denver Nugget jersey in sight.
13-point lead, biggest of the game for Toronto. Murray, pass across the baseline after good defense by Mitchell. Pirtle could only get one hand on it, knock it out of bounds. So it'll stay with Denver. Raptors looking to make a break here, Javon. This would be a good time to get it done. Jokic in the lane, loses the ball, gets it back, throws it up, no good. Rebound Barnes. Here comes Toronto on the run. Mitchell down low. Barrett backs in. Shot fake. Jumper good.
Mouse in the house.
Got Jamal
Mouse
Murray
in the
on the
house.
post up and takes him to town. RJ shrugs his shoulders like, too big. Get off me.
And a great job by Coach Rajakovic, just trusting RJ with the fourth foul. And this is a tough one, right? Because RJ is actually going to that right hand. He's usually getting to the left, using that left shoulder, dipping into Jamal Murray's chest, elevating it over. And how about Pirtle, right? A good job on the defensive end. Match up against Jokic, being physical, taking the bump, but staying vertical and forcing him into some tough situations. Great sequence by the Raptors.
Timeout on the floor, 9:44, third quarter, Raptors by 15. They start the quarter with a run. Toronto outscoring Denver 9-2. We'll take a break. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Gary, who lies with reckless abandon every time he's invited out on game night, so he doesn't have to miss game night. Sorry, it's mating season for my pet squid. My e-scooter is out of gas. I ate a beanless burrito? My shoulder blade feels dull. I'm traveling to the 16th century? That's how Gary fans. And we're fans of Gary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
Whatever the weather, CMC Markets is here to help. Planning for a rainy day? Enjoy $0 commission on U.S. and Canadian share CFDs. Riding out the storm? Get ahead of the curve with lightning-fast execution speeds. Blue skies ahead? Go with the trusted broker backed by over 30 years experience. Switch to CMC Markets and join over 275,000 global traders. Learn more at cmcmarkets.ca. FX spreads apply. CFDs involve a high degree of risk. Member Canadian Investor Protection Fund. Umbrella not included.
This winter, keep your golf game on track. The new TrackMan range is at Metro Golf Sportsplex. 45 mats with TrackMan technology analyze your swings and ball speed on big TV screens. Play games like Closest to the Pin or challenge the world's premier courses. Coming soon, new TrackMan IO golf simulators and full motion flight simulator. Metro Golf Sportsplex. 70,000 square feet of climate-controlled facilities and no off-season. On Milner, just a short drive and 9-iron from McCowan and the 401. Check out MetroGolfSportsplex.com.
Overdrive, Toronto's favorite way to drive home. Weekdays 4 to 7 on TSN 1050.
.944, third quarter, 71-56. Raptors by 15. They had the lead 8 at halftime. And this 9-2 run has given them the biggest edge of the game, although last year they led Denver by 17 at half in Denver and couldn't hold on. Christian Brown, 3-ball, got it far side.
Brown, good shot there, right? Pick and roll up top. And Davion Mitchell was caught under rotation, tagging Jokic, and got out in emergency with Christian Brown knocking it down.
Mitchell, far side. Raptors in the white, coming right to left toward the Bay Street end of Scotiabank Arena. Grady, wide open three, no good. Had all day to measure it, couldn't get it down.
He's had a couple shots from the perimeter that just doesn't seem to be comfortable tonight shooting.
Murray misses the jumper, back comes Toronto. Barrett, front court, on the lob to Barnes against Murray, floats it up, no good. Had the mismatch, couldn't get it down. Scotty sprints back on D. Christian Brown drives into the lane, cut off by Barrett. Out to Aaron Gordon. Now up top, Michael Porter Jr. into the lane. Kick to Gordon. Inside, Jokic floats it up and in. They had him on the post up against Scotty. 4 straight for Denver. Lead cut to 11, 71-60. Big sequence here for Toronto. Barnes down low to Mitchell. Corner 3, no good. Rebound tipped away. Pirtle has it. Back to Mitchell. Up top, Barnes, swing to Grady. Drives baseline, fouled by Michael Porter Jr. That was a great catch and sweep by Grady. Catching, moving left, and going back to his right quickly.
I think what makes that so difficult to guard is he's catching it as the defense is closing out, right? So the defense really can't keep up and move the feet. That's why he picks up the foul there. But a good job swinging. Basketball's moving. You're catching it on the fly. You're playing close out. Good things happen.
Pirtle spins on Jokic, lays it up and in. Oh, nifty move by Jakob Pirtle. A whirling dervish from Austria.
How about, he spins, but also steps into Jokic. Jokic to take away that angle. Jokic had no chance at recovering there, and you know Pirtle's going to finish at the rim.
Pirtle with 12 points, 11 rebounds. That would look like a move you teach at basketball camp, Javon.
You know what people also don't notice is on that strong side is Grady cutting to the basketball, which loosens up the defense because everybody's playing, to pass to Grady.
Porter Jr. up top, 3 in the air, short, rebound Barnes. Raptors by 13 coming front court. Scotty into the lane, slow dribble on Aaron Gordon, spins, floats it up and in. Lead back to 15, large as it's been for all night for Toronto. Barnes with 14. Jokic back, Raptors playing energized right now. Porter Jr. shot fake, jumper good on Barrett. 75-62. Back comes Barrett, has it knocked away by Porter Jr. So RJ will check out. They got him on short shifts.
This is a good one, right? It checks out. 7 minutes to go in the quarter with the 4 fouls. Doesn't pick up the 5th one. Abaji coming in. But that last play, he was just a little tired, trailing Gordon.
Grady jumper up top, blocked by Brown. Grady gets it back, now to Pirtle, down low. Pirtle, shot clock at 8, gets it to Barnes, drives right, cross court to Abaji up top. Mitchell on the bounce, pull up, jumper, no good. Rebound Porter Jr. Raptors by 13, 6:50 to go, third quarter. Jokic, top of the lane. 3-quarter dribble against Pirtle, gets it to Brown. Corner 3 by Gordon, good. Aaron Gordon knocks down a triple. Denver back to within 10 at 75-65. Pirtle, top of the lane to Barnes. Scotty works near side, left wing. Kick it to Mitchell. Back to Barnes. Now to Pirtle. Scotty going down low. Pirtle lobs it up to Barnes. Floats it up, no good. And they got a push on Scotty, and that was after Michael Malone called for it. So that's a turnover by Toronto.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with that one, but I also think Pirtle could have been a bit more selfish here. And, he's trying to look for Scotty Barnes, who has the matchup against Jamal Murray under the basket, the left side of the basket. But Jokic was sitting in the lap of Scotty, right? So that's an opportunity there for Pirtle. Just you got to be selfish here, right? You can finish around the rim. You have your floater. You got to get to it.
Jokic cross court. Murray, they close out. He drives, floats it up, no good. Tipped up and in by Jokic. Timeout, Toronto. The lead back to 8. That's where it was at halftime, and Darko wants a timeout.
Good call by Darko right now to try and get everything together. You get buckets like that. Gordon just tipping in an offensive rebound. This is an opportunity now, a chance for Darko to get the guys to recalibrate.
6:08, third quarter. Let's take a break. 75-67 Toronto. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Mary, who stands 5 inches away from her 55-inch flat-screen TV and yells at it even though she knows no one on the TV can hear a word she's saying. Is it effective? There's no evidence. Do we support her? Yeah. Screaming at the TV for all 4 quarters. That's how Mary fans. And we're fans of Mary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
Getting my Honda CR-V has opened the door to adventure with Econ Mode to maximize fuel efficiency and free to explore. And with tons of cargo space, it's easy to pack for getaways. My dog, camping gear. It's like I've discovered a wild, adventurous side of me. Alice is excited too.
Lease the CR-V LX 2-wheel drive from $99 weekly at 2.99% APR for 28 months with $2,000 down. Offer includes $1,500 lease bonus. OAC conditions apply. See HondaOntario.com.
Breaking story from Alpine News Network. Firefighter Finn McHose, that's a nickname, right? Needed help contending with a blaze of debt. He called Alpine Credits and a superhero was sent his way. Summoning water, she extinguished the fire and consolidated his debt into one low monthly payment. His floors may be wet, but his debt is under control. Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
There's no better way to drive home than with Hayes, Noodles, and the O-Dog. Overdrive every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
Back in Toronto, Raptors leading Denver 75-67. The Nuggets have fought back a little bit after being down 15.
Well, they're on 11-4 run right now. Big part of the reason why Coach Darko called that timeout. About 6 minutes left in this quarter. Right, you don't want them to really chip away at this thing. 8-point lead for the Toronto Raptors.
So here comes Toronto, front court. Jamal Shed, Ochai Agbaji, Jakob Poeltl, Chris Boucher, and Grady Dick. Shed, front court, Raptors in the white, moving right to left towards Bay Street. Shed up top, works near side, beats Jokic on the bounce, inside to Poeltl. Has it blocked, kicks it out. Agbaji three, good, down the bottom of the well for Ochai Agbaji. How about Poeltl staying with the play?
That's a great find by Poeltl, and the confidence by Agbaji catching it on that right baseline, knocking it down.
Back with a three is Julian Strother. 78-70 Toronto. 5.5 to go, third quarter. Poeltl to Agbaji. Ochai, pull up, foul line jumper, rattles, doesn't go. Good look.
I like the confidence.
Yeah,
on it.
so do I.
I love the confidence. Poeltl in that 5-out offense. Agbaji gets it in that one dribble pull-up.
Jokic drives, floats it up, no good. (78-70). Jokic was fouled, though. He'll go to the line for two. 5:09 to go, third quarter. Jokic misses the first free throw.
Mentioned the confidence that Agbaji's playing with. Came off a 19-point performance against Minnesota on Saturday. The most in the Raptors uniform. And you can just see Jokic there knocking down the second of two free throws, but you can see the confidence of Agbaji growing. Right, and if he just continues on this path where he believes and he's playing athletic and he's playing big and taking what the defense gives him, he's going to be really good.
Shed three, no good. Rebound Julian Strother. Under 5, third quarter, 78-71. Toronto with a 7-point lead. Jokic gets it to Murray. Guarded by Shed. Down the baseline, Murray floats it up, no good, but he's fouled. And he'll go to the line for two.
Not a great shooting night for Jamal. 4 for 12 from the floor. 10 points. He's so good at just probing and keeping the ball alive. There he's working the baseline. But you know what? He loves that left hand. Like he keeps the ball alive on that left side of the floor in that left hand. And just forces you to respect him. And he's one of those guys that he's going to shoot himself into the dark, but he'll also shoot himself into the light.
Free throw up and in. Javon, for me, when I look at Jamal, he's the perfect complement for Jokic. I just don't think he gets the respect he deserves. I mean, these people always talk about, wow, Jokic doesn't play with an all-star. What's Jamal Murray? He hasn't been voted one, but I take that out on some of the people in our business that have votes that don't really understand how good he is.
I think he gets, somewhat of a bad rep in a sense because he typically starts the seasons a little slower, and as the year goes on, he gets better. And he's typically at his best late games in playoffs. Agbaji again, a nice attack at the basket into the right hand.
80-73, Toronto by 7. Murray up top, guarded by Battle. Works near side, gets into the lane. Blocked by Boucher, but the ball goes right to Jokic. Nope, they say it was out of bounds, so it'll be Toronto ball after the block. Good job by Boucher. Here come the Raptors with a 7-point lead, 4-10, third quarter. Shed into the lane to Battle, who lays it up and in. Great cut by Battle. on the baseline. Shed turning the corner into the middle. Eyes wide open, finding JB.
And you know what makes that play right there is Shed. He's 4 for 7 on the night, 8 points. And a number of those times he's gotten to that same spot with a floater. He gets there now, right at the free throw line, right at the pin. And Battle sees it. Everybody's expecting Shed to go up for the floater. Battle comes on that right side baseline. And again, threads the needle, great pass, great awareness, great cut. And the bucket, right? 20 assists for the Raptors on 35 made baskets. Big time play by Shea.
Well, we'll keep it here. Another timeout by Michael Malone. And Toronto has pushed the lead back up to 9. Denver had it down to 7. And it looked like they were taking the momentum away from Toronto. Instead, the Raptors turn it around. Both teams shooting the ball well. Toronto at 50%. Denver at 53%. So let's see if the Raptors can get a stop here. Let's see what Michael Malone has out of the timeout. Strother, Jokic, Brown, Watson, and Westbrook for Denver. Abaji, Shed, Pirtle, Boucher, and Battle for Toronto. Jokic on the baseline. Finds Strother. Shed all up on him. Now Abaji guarding. They find Watson down the baseline. His dunk attempt no good. Raptors come away with the rebound. Shed blows a tire but picks up the ball. Look after the orange, fellas. Shed drives into the lane. Finds Boucher up top. Chris drives, step back, jumper, good.
That's a tough one.
No,
I
yes.
seen you beside me, Euro. No. Great shot.
Chris.
Great shot, Chris.
Nice shot.
And I'm sure everybody, all the coaches to the right side of us were saying the exact same thing. The whole team up celebrating it right now.
Well, Christian Brown drives and gets fouled on the drive.
Jonesy, if Chris asks, I'm telling him. I'm telling him that you counted that shot out. I was with him.
No, I didn't count it out.
I was with him.
No, timeout. 20-second timeout. Fingers to shoulders. I did not count it out. I just said it was a little bit unusual.
Chris, I got to let my partner off. I'm letting my partner out here.
Chris with a step back. It's not that he can't make it. Have you seen that from him?
Hey.
In practice, maybe? It's the first time he's pulled it out in the game. So
you know what? And he'll tell you his bag is deep. So
all right.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. His bag is deep.
Toronto by 10. First free throw good from Brown. 84-74, 3:14 third quarter. Raptors by 9 now. 84-75. Shed, Abaji, Boucher, Battle, and Barnes. Shed, front court. On the drive to Barnes up top. Boucher against Jokic. Back to Scotty. On the bounce. Scotty into the lane. Finds a budget. Oh, John down the lane.
Hey.
Crowds.
Hey.
He gets Jokic. He caught a body. Toronto up 11, 86-75. Jokic reverse layup, no good. Gets the rebound, puts it back up and in. I thought it was a travel, but it hit the backboard. Ochai got me shaking in my seat. 86-77 Toronto, 2:20 to go, third quarter. Shed to Boucher, 3 in the air, no good. Rebound Battle, tips it up, no good, but he's fouled. Jamison Battle is showing me something early in this season. This kid's come in with no fear and said, I'm getting this done. Ochai took on Jokic on that last one and said, come on, big fella, we going up to the top floor.
And this one was different, right? Usually it's a weak side cut, but Abaji sees Scotty spinning towards him, gets on that right side behind his defender and just elevates and just cocked it back. That's reminiscent of, I know we're retiring Vince Carter's jersey on Saturday, but that was Vince Carter-esque.
Yeah.
Baseline cocking it back. Okay, Abaji, I see you, young boy.
Battle knocks down the second free throw. 88-77, Raptors by 11. Third quarter winding down, 2:15 to go. Jokic up top. Pass into the corner. Deflected, the shot by Watson. Here comes Toronto on the run. Barnes to Battle. Shot fake, jumper, three, no good. Rebound, Westbrook. Westbrook up to Jokic, floats it up, no good. Rebound knocked away. Here comes Battle. Up court to Boucher. Chris pulls it out to Abaji. Shed says, give me the orange. 1:45, third quarter, Toronto by 11. Shed to Barnes. Three in the air, no good. Rebound, Jokic. Quick hit ahead to Westbrook. Finds Peyton Watson cutting for the jam. 88-79 Toronto. 1:25, third quarter. Shed gets it to Boucher. Now back to Shed. On the bounce into the lane. Shed, floater, no good. Rebound, Watson. Outlet, Shed. Is fouled. He fouls Westbrook. He jumped in front of him, tried to take the charge, got hit, went down. And it wasn't until Westbrook stopped and put his left hand up towards his temple that they called the foul. Man, Westbrook put Jamal airborne with that push. 88-79 Toronto. 1:09 to go, third quarter. 88-80 Westbrook makes the first free throw. Westbrook knocks down two. 7-point Toronto lead, 88-81. We tick towards 1 minute, third quarter. Barnes standing, waist-high dribble on the logo at center. Raptors in the white, moving right to left toward Bay Street. Barnes up top, three in the air, no good. Rebound, Jokic. Raptors have settled for a couple of long threes the last few possessions. Strother down to Jokic. Backs it on Barrett. Kicks to Brown. Three in the air, no good. Rebound, Barrett. Raptors run it up the middle of the court. RJ gets to the right hand, lays it up, no good. Rebound, Brown. Quick hit ahead to Strother. To a cutting Watson in the lane, underneath to Jokic. Blocked by Barnes. And they're going to call a goaltend. Never mind the foul. Jokic holding off with one hand and catching it with the other.
Well, right now they have to take advantage because if you look at him, he's played 29 minutes. He's gasping for air, right? So you know he is tired, you know he's fatigued. Great production from him as always, 23 points, 9 rebounds.
Just once I want to see that foul call. He does it constantly. Barnes fouled by Watson with 6.5 seconds to go. Denver had a foul to give and they use it there. 6.5 seconds, Raptors by 5, 88-83, third quarter. Barnes, straight away. Underneath to Boucher. Fall away jumper, no good. Denver comes back to cut the 15-point lead to 5 with one lap of the track to go. 88-83, Toronto by 5, fourth quarter. When we come back, this is Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuzz shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
As fall approaches and birds head south.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. The basketball fan that's hanging out with us tonight for the Raptors game. It's It's time for you to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss it when we go live for every single Toronto Raptors game this season, as well as tons of other sports. Every Toronto team is live here on TSI. Thank you for helping us create this amazing Toronto sports fan club where we can bring sports to the world and make a real world difference while we're doing it. Cheers, everybody. We'll see you guys back in the chat. Let's go, Raptors. We the North. We the North. Stand up, baby. It's time to get loud, Canada. Cheer on those Raptors.
Sloan. Super speed doesn't translate to radio, but when our hero runs, she sounds like this. If you ran at the speed of light, you'd sound funny too. Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows in your car. Available on Apple CarPlay via the iHeartRadio app. TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
Fourth quarter. Raptors leading Denver 88-83. And Toronto holding Denver to 10 of 22 that quarter. Better played quarter. Only one turnover in the entire quarter, and that was by Toronto. Raptors in that quarter shoot 11 for 30, dropping their percentage down to 47%. Toronto ball, front court, fourth quarter underway. Barnes, Shed, Mobo, Barrett, and Battle for the Raptors in the white, moving right to left toward the Bay Street end of Scotiabank Arena. Shed up top, finds Barrett. RJ gets into the lane, kick out to Shed. Pass to Barnes, deflected out of the way, and it will stay with Toronto.
Ran a little strong side action there, misdirection really to open it up for RJ to get downhill to his left hand to the middle of the court.
Barrett up top, drives, has it knocked away, out of bounds, off Toronto. Denver gets a stop. First possession of the fourth quarter for Denver. Fourth quarter brought to you by CMC Markets. Take your trading to the next level with $0 commission on stocks. Gordon, near elbow, right side in front of the Raptors bench. Mobo strips the Nuggets, and Barnes is fouled by Westbrook. And Scotty goes down hard. They need to look at this. As Scotty gets into the face of Russell Westbrook, they need to look at this. Aaron Gordon getting in Scotty Barnes' grill.
Well, Scotty has a case here.
He does. He had a breakaway layup.
That wasn't a play on the basketball.
And it was a chase down.
It was not a play on the basketball.
So the fracas has been diffused. But we're going to get a look from our TSN TV replay. That should be a flagrant. That was a chase down, and it was reckless. Now, the other night in the Brooklyn game, the fourth quarter,
we have a personal foul on Westbrook. We are reviewing the play to see if it meets the criteria for flagrant foul. And then we're looking at the hostile act following the personal foul to see if there's any penalty with that.
So they're going to review it for a flagrant. The fourth quarter took 49 minutes in Brooklyn. I listen, with everything that's been going on in the NBA these days, that's a flagrant. That's a flagrant. Scotty clearly. It wasn't even close.
It was a chase down. The thing here is that Russ comes from the right side of the floor in front of RJ, and there was no attempt on the basketball at all. In fact,
he just grabbed arms.
He grabbed both of his arms.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you remember in the first half, there was a play where Scotty had a transition basket, and it was Russ Westbrook again that pretty much jumped on his back.
Well, they're looking at it. They're looking at it right in front of us. Neither do I.
I don't think there's much to look at here.
Neither do I. It's a pretty easy one from what we've been.
James Caper and Smith here in front of us looking at the monitor, but deliberating a bit. I'm not too sure what there is to discuss.
Following review, we have a flagrant foul, penalty one on Westbrook for the contact and follow through. Then we have double technical foul on Gordon and Barnes. They offset, so we would shoot the flagrant, and then Toronto received the ball out of bounds.
So there you heard it. Flagrant foul on Westbrook, double technical on Barnes and Gordon. Those offset. So it's 2 shots for Scotty and then the ball. Like DeAndre Jordan up there saying, no, no, no. Let that be the other way. That Westbrook gets grabbed by the arm and go down. And you'll see how quick they'd be. They'd be calling for a flagrant. Scotty on the line to shoot 2. First one, no good. 88-83 amidst all of this. Toronto by 5, 11:24 to go, 4th quarter. Scotty makes 1 of 2, but the Raptors will get the ball back. 6-point lead. Raptors will inbound, far side, right wing. Barrett to do the honors. Gets it to Mobo. Back to Barrett. RJ near side to Barnes. Guarded by Gordon. Now to RJ. Underneath. Mobo fouled on the floor. Great look by RJ. Good ball movement by the Raptors there. And side out of bounds for Toronto.
Good job, RJ slipping the screen. Found himself open, and again, Mobo under the basket, open, making himself available.
2 team fouls on Denver. 11-12. We're 1 minute into the 4th quarter. Barron, cross court. Battle has the shot partially deflected by the length of Peyton Watson. Back comes Westbrook. In the lane, fumbles the ball, gets it back. Wants to go on Battle. Jamison, good D. Fall away by Westbrook. Got the roll. (89-85). Barnes in the lane. Finds Barrett. Drive. Floats it up. No good. Rebound. Tipped away. Aaron Gordon has it. Out to Strother. Runs into Shed. Offensive foul. They're saying review it. Michael Malone going to save that challenge, man. Raptors inbound quickly and come front court. Barrett blocked by Michael Porter Jr. on the baseline. 10:28 4th quarter. 89-85, Toronto by 4. Shed up top to Barnes. Gets it back between the circles. Shed drives. Kicks to Barnes. Shot clock at 5. Scotty gets a step into the lane. Floats it up and in.
Tough. That's so tough. Right, he gets to his spot.
Wow.
The shot fake gets the defense up in the floor, but the degree of the difficulty on the shot right off of the glass.
91-85 Toronto. 10 minutes. 4th quarter. Westbrook fall away. No good. Gordon throws it up on the rebound. No good, but he's fouled. You just got to know when something like that happens, Russell Westbrook is going to try. He's taking it personally, and he wants to get back right away.
He is, and if you're the Raptors, right, it's okay if you contest a shot. He's going to chuck up prayers. Perfect. But you've got to make sure that you're in a position to then come up with those rebounds.
Yep.
And more importantly, get a body on somebody, right? Aaron Gordon gets the first of 2 free throws here. But why I say get a body on somebody, because Russ's shots are helter-skelter, right?
They're
They can
sketchy.
come off.
Yeah.
They can come off the right side of the basket. They can come off the left. They can come off hard or soft. So the most important thing is not crashing the boards, but getting a body on somebody so that you can, corral the basketball.
91-87 Toronto. 9:51 to go. Fourth quarter. Gordon made 2 free throws. Barnes up top. Into the lane. Kicks to the corner. Barrett 3. No good. Here comes Denver. Westbrook on the run. Gets it to Porter Jr. Jumper far side. Good. 91-89 the lead. Down to 2. Timeout Darko. 9:32 to go. Fourth quarter. Raptors hanging on to a 2-point lead. More when we come back. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
People sometimes ask, sure, you can consolidate people's debts using telekinesis, but what else can you do? As if changing lives isn't enough. Well, I can also use my power to make it rain hot dogs. It's still not as cool as consolidating debts into one easy payment, though.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuzz shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Monday nights are hockey nights. That's right. There's a new exclusive home for the NHL, and it's on Prime. All season long, Prime Monday Night Hockey is delivering unreal plays. That's hockey, baby! And the biggest goals.
What's up, basketball fans? Once again, thank you so much for hanging out with us and making this awesome Toronto sports fan club what it is and keeping on getting better. Now it's the time for you to let us know, where in the world does the reach go? Where are you watching from? Let us know in the chat, city and state, city and province. Give us your flag, emoji, or your country, and let's see how far out our reach is here on Toronto Sports Insider throughout this big old globe we got here. Now let's get back to the basketball. Thank you for letting us know in the chat where you're watching from. It helps immensely because it helps our geographical data as well as the chat popping off and keeping on going, which the Raptors games need a little bit of help with that right now. So let's get back to the basketball. Cheers, everybody.
Malone, the Raptors, with a quick 4-0 run, cut the lead, push the lead back up to 6. Man, RJ was coming downhill like the floor was tilted.
And they knew it right. Davion Mitchell, he had a smirk on his face as he pitched the basketball behind him to RJ. And I'm going to have to ask him about that one, because who knew RJ had that type of bounce? Well, right? There's run layup transition bounce, there's fast break bounce, there's layup line bounce, but that was in traffic bounce. That's a different type of bounce. Good job. One dribble to the basket and just cocked it back. when he gets that ball in the left hand, you gotta know what's coming.
Davion Mitchell was laughing like, I got something for you.
I got something for you.
I got something for you.
Russ, look at this. Russ, look at this. The little pitch behind.
What they say back in hold that. Hold that. Timeout on the floor, 8:55, fourth quarter, 95-89. Raptors with the lead. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Getting my Honda CRV has opened the door to adventure. With Econ Mode to maximize fuel efficiency, I'm free to explore. And with tons of cargo space, it's easy to pack for getaways. My dog, camping gear. It's like I've discovered a wild, adventurous side of me. Whoop. Alice is excited too.
Lease the CRV LX two-wheel drive for $99 weekly at 2.99% APR for 28 months with $2,000 down. Offer includes $1,500 lease bonus. OAC conditions apply. See HondaOntario.com.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Gary, who lies with reckless abandon every time he's invited out on game night, so he doesn't have to miss game night. Sorry, it's mating season for my pet squid. My e-scooter is out of gas. I ate a beanless burrito? My shoulder blade feels dull. I'm traveling to the 16th century? That's how Gary fans. And we're fans of Gary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
Moved here a few weeks ago. Just my beagle, Buster, and me.
Needs a pet supply store.
I didn't think we were going to make it.
And a car dealer.
I brought way too much stuff.
Long-term storage.
My girlfriend is going to be here real soon.
Florist shop, a good restaurant, and towels and linens.
I'm going to surprise her.
Tattoo parlor.
The other morning on the radio, I heard 10 perfect ways to propose.
Jewelry store. Be where anyone who needs you can meet you. Be on the radio. Your customers are already here.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows on your smart speaker. Simply tell your smart speaker to listen to TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
Back in Toronto, 95-89. Raptors leading Denver by 6, 8:50 to go. Murray, Jokic, Gordon, Westbrook, and Porter Jr. for Denver. Jokic, 3, no good. Rebound, Pirtle. Outlet, Davion Mitchell up the right side, far wing. Raptors in the white, moving right to left toward Bay Street. Pirtle on the bounce. Lob to Barrett, knocked away. Jokic saves it, it goes to Murray. Here comes Murray, front court. Drives on Davion Mitchell, who cuts him off. Now up top to Jokic. Back to Murray. To Westbrook, 3, way off. Rebound, Jokic. Behind the back to Gordon, puts it up, no good. And they got a foul called on Barrett. They said that RJ came underneath him. I thought Gordon was on the baseline and jumped back to get some space.
I think Denver got away with something here because they end up taking a shot by Russ on the perimeter when they had Jokic open under the basket.
And I thought Jokic pushed off on the rebound. He pushed Pirtle under the basket to get position. Russ is talking stuff to Grady Dick, and Grady's not having it. Now Davion Mitchell steps in. James Capers is trying to moderate.
And I like that. Grady didn't budge.
No. Grady's still standing in the same spot.
You got this.
And Russ is still talking smack.
Hall of Famer chirping. And Grady's not even looking at him. He's unfazed.
The bubble over Grady's head says, Russ, you ain't got that no more.
Yeah, you ain't like that, Russ. This ain't 2017.
Gordon, second free throw good. 95-91. 4-point game. Toronto coming front court with the lead and the ball at the 8-minute mark, fourth quarter. Pirtle up top. Gets it to Abaji. Ochai in the lane to Mitchell. Back to Grady, far side. Shot clock at 5. Ochai. Back to Grady. Gotta go. Off balance shot, no good, but fouled by Westbrook. And Grady's going to get 3 shots.
They're gonna have to sit Westbrook. He's getting a little wild right now.
Yeah.
His emotions are getting ahead of him. Good job by Grady Dick staying disciplined, staying down. Clock winding down. One dribble to the left hand, and Russ with a foul on a jump shooter.
Foolish foul too. Shot clock running down, off balance.
Hey man, that was going to be a tough shot regardless.
If the guy makes that, shake his hand.
Well, you think Russ is 17th year in the league? That's not a foul you pick up.
Listen, I love Russ. I love his energy. I love how hard he plays. I love his enthusiasm. But I sometimes question his decision-making, even to this day.
Yeah, he plays off a lot of emotion, right? And that typically happens with those guys is that decision-making becomes secondary to the emotion.
Right. He's trying to prove a point, not play the game. Grady knocks down the first 2 free throws. Third one in the air, good. Grady with 9 points on the night. Raptors up 98-91. 7:40 to go. We approach the top of the stretch. Murray near side. In the lane. And they've got a foul called on Davion Mitchell. Christian Brown in. Russell Westbrook out. 98-91. Raptors by 7. Porter Jr., Gordon, Murray out there with Jokic and Brown. Denver with the ball in the blue, moving left to right. Jokic in the lane, floats it up, no good. Boucher with a rebound right off the iron. Denver wanted interference, not going to get it. Grady, 3-ball. Got the roll down the bottom of the well. It hit 4 rims and went down for Grady. Toronto by 10, 101-91. Porter Jr. drives and lays it in. The lead cut to 8. And Michael Porter Jr. going to go to the line for one more. Free throw, no good. Pirtle with the rebound. 8-point Raptors lead. 6:55 to go in the ball game. Mitchell straight away. Works far side. Gets it inside. Abaji lays it up and in. What a pass.
Now he's comfortable. He's showing you a little skill now. Right hand catch, right hand finish. Doesn't even touch it with the left side.
What a pass by Davion Mitchell. Gordon up top to Jokic. Now to Brown. Against Boucher. Gets into the lane. Floats it up and in. Nice move by Christian Brown. 103-95. Raptors by 8. Mitchell up top. Gets to the basket. Kicks it up top. And it goes out of bounds. Can't be loose with the ball right now. Unofficially for Davion Mitchell, that is turnover number 4. Brown in the lane puts it up, no good, but he's fouled. And the foul will go on Ochai Agbaji. Brown, free throw good. 103-96. Denver looking for its first win of the season. Toronto trying to square their record at 2-2. Christian Brown knocks it down. He's got 14. 103-97. Toronto by 6. 6 minutes to go, top of the stretch. Grady, 3, good, down the bottom of the well for Grady Dick.
That's great action. Great action on that 5 out. And Grady sprinting into that shot. He starts with the basketball, initiates the offense. Scotty dribbling to the right hand as Grady Dick runs from the right side of the court to the left.
Jokic in the lane, lays it up and in on Pirtle.
He's slow and steady.
Yeah.
Slow and steady, right? As he gets down and decelerates, he leans his body weight onto you.
Barnes up top, turns the corner, into the corner. Abaji 3, no good. Rebound Murray. Toronto by 7, 5:20 to go. Murray front court, on the bounce against Mitchell. Trying to get it to Jokic. Barnes comes out. Mitchell refuses to be screened, gets over top. Back down by Murray. Kicks it out top. Jokic drive to Porter, into the corner. Murray, 3, no good. Rebound Brown to Murray in the lane, puts it up, no good, knocked away. Toronto has it. Lob to Abaji for the layup. Toronto pushes it front court, and Ochai lays it in, 108-99.
Big time job by Scotty Barnes advancing the basketball with the pass, put enough air on it that Abaji just had to lay it up lightly as he caught it.
Brown step back 3, no good. Rebound Pirtle. 4:30 to go. Raptors up by 9. Mitchell up top, Pirtle to Barnes. Scotty tries to get it to Pirtle. It gets knocked away. Brown on a run out.
Block party.
Scotty
Block
hustles
party.
back for the block. What a play by Barnes. Timeout Darko. Scotty didn't hang his head. He got back and made the block. What a play by Scotty Barnes.
That's big time play. That's big time play. You know what? Because he didn't give up on the play. He made the turnover on the offensive end, looking for Pirtle, miscue on the pass, and the first one back, timing the shot, comes up with the block. But that's a great 2-3 good sequences for Scotty. The possession before that, again, I mentioned earlier, putting the right air on the pass to Abaji, running the floor. Scotty, you take the good with the bad, and that just shows the maturity, right? That play there, an older Scotty, a younger Scotty would have probably given up on it or shrugged his shoulders or pouted a bit, but no, he turned over the basketball. He knows that's his responsibility, comes up with it, a big defensive play, making things happen for the Raptors. Darko with a timeout here to just really get the guys settled on the offensive end, right? 4 minutes to go. You want some quality offense, right? Good management of the possessions. I thought the last 5 minutes after the technical with the flagrant from Russ, I thought the Raptors did a good job of managing the possessions. Now you want to settle things down a bit for the last 4 minutes. You got the crowd, and you don't want the guys to be over-energized, but to come up with some quality plays.
Got to be steady now. 4 minutes to go. Raptors up by 9. Barrett into the lane. Floats it up. No good. Didn't get the foul called. Here comes Denver. Jokic front court. Kicks it to Porter Jr. 3 in the air. No good. Rebound Davion Mitchell. 3:45 to go. Barnes front court. Holds up the fist. Raptors working right to left. Barnes into the lane on Murray. Turns, floats it up. No good. Tipped up. Back to Barnes. Scotty in the lane. Jump hook. No good. Missed a short one. 2 good looks. Couldn't get it down. Brown on the run to Murray. Jamal Murray is limping on that leg. Jokic backs down on Pirtle. Floater in the lane. Good. If I'm the Raptors, I'm going at Jamal Murray. I'm putting him in a screen and roll.
Right now.
I don't think Darko sees it. Barnes drives near side and loses the ball. 7-point lead, 108-101. Jamal Murray still not moving great on that right leg. 2:50 to go. Jokic 3, no good. Long rebound to Porter Jr. Floats it up, no good. Gets the rebound back, stripped by Grady. Here comes Barnes on the run. Throws it away. Up court to Michael Porter Jr. Can't hold it.
It's a sloppy on both sides.
And the turnover will give it back to Toronto.
Sloppy basketball there. You know, if you're Denver, you come up with that basketball. I get what Jokic was looking at, but in a 7-point game right now for the Raptors, Denver's probably got to be a bit more disciplined, not go for the home run play. Fortunate for the Raptors, they come up with it here. You want to get a really good offensive possession.
Barrett to Barnes. Up top to Mitchell. Works around the screen. Kick up top, Scotty. 3 in the air. Good!
Bang,
down
bang.
the bottom
Bang,
of the well. Bang, bang for Scotty Barnes.
That's what you want. Movement on the basketball, little weave action. Davion Mitchell getting it back to Scotty at the top of the key, walking right into it, stepping into it.
10-point lead. Brown 3. Got it for Denver. 111-104, and down the stretch we come. 7-point Raptor lead, 1:55 to go. Barnes, front court. On the bounce against Brown. Works on the elbow, near side, now down to the baseline. Backs him in, Scotty gonna go into the lane, floats it up, no good, but fouled. I like that. Small ball, we're going straight to the bridge, my friend.
Well, this version of Scotty is really good, right? He knocked down the 3 the last play and is adjusted, right? A couple plays were helter-skelter. Now here he comes down, recognizes time and score, 1:43. Gets to his post-up, which has been working all night, right? He's had smaller defenders on him. They've ran some inverted screens for him. He's getting into that paint area, and good things happen. Here he gets right to it and gets himself fouled and a chance at 2. And that knocks down the first of 2, misses the second one.
21, 12, and 9 for Scotty. 112-104 Toronto, 1.5 to go. Aaron Gordon into the lane, floats it up, no good. Rebound, Christian Brown, kick out to Michael Porter Jr. Grady right on him. Porter Jr. up top to Jamal Murray. To Jokic in the lane. Spins on Barrett, floats it up and in.
That's good touch. That's really good touch.
112-106, 1:15 to go. Raptors desperately need a hoop here. Mitchell on the bounce. Gets it to RJ. Trying to turn the corner on Christian Brown. Stepped out of bounds. Another critical turnover for Toronto. Toronto did such a good job in the third quarter with only 1 turnover, but they've had 7 in this fourth quarter. Jokic backs down, spins and lays it in.
He just displaces you. When he bumps you before he spins, he just gets you right up off him.
112-108, 50.7 seconds to go. Raptors by 4, timeout Darko. He's got 1 timeout left.
Kelly Olynyk.
I don't...
Kelly Olynyk getting to the officials right now and telling them you've got to watch the elbow from Jokic on
Javon,
that spin.
If the defender was making that contact with Jokic, they'd be calling a foul on the defender.
Yeah.
But Jokic is initiating that contact and getting away with it.
It's funny because he initiates the contact, and when he creates the space, he then clears you out with the elbow on the spin.
Listen, I hate to be the old man shaking my fist at the cloud or saying, get off my lawn. But back in the day, if Jokic leaned in like that against, I don't know, a Patrick Ewing or a Hakeem Olajuwon, Ilgauskas, a big guy like that, they're not moving. They're not moving, and there's no foul call. Toronto ball, 112-108, 50.7 seconds to go. Barrett will inbound. Barnes, Mitchell, Grady, and Pirtle on the floor. Let's see what the Raptors have. Barnes against Aaron Gordon. Scotty gets a switch on Jamal Murray, now gonna go at him. Scotty backs him down, gets into the lane, turns, floater no good, tipped up, rebound Jamal Murray. Hustles it front court. Murray on the bounce. to Westbrook, who lays it up and in. 24 seconds to go. Final timeout for Darko. Jamal Murray still limping, and the Raptors still have not gone at him. Scotty in obvious duress as he comes to the bench, slumped over on the shoulders of head athletic therapist Rayhan Malik.
He wasn't even able to make it back on the last possession there. Denver was playing 5-on-4. Russ comes up with the 2 points under the basket. It looks like on last play, getting another look at it, Scotty was hit in the face. Might have been the
Jokic got him across
to the nose.
face.
Yeah, right to the nose there.
And they're looking at his right eye, and underneath it, that's the orbital bone that is under the eye, and they're going to take him back to the locker room. Scotty Barnes not going to be out there as he got an elbow from Jokic. 24 seconds to go. Raptors need a basket. One bucket, one stop, and you might have one win. Abaji, Pirtle, out there with Mitchell, Grady, and Barrett.
Well, you know, the Raptors, they can also force Denver to put them on the free throw line, right? You have 24 seconds, the shot clock's off. Denver's got to put them on the free throw line.
And there it is. They foul Abaji with 21.3. Ochai will go to the line.
But he's a guy.
3 of 5 on the season from the stripe.
I think it's a great situation for him to be in, right? He's playing some good basketball. Put the pressure on him. Abaji, this is yours to knock down, right?
First free throw clean. Hey, the guy's a champion. He's an NCAA. He's a champion. He knows what winning's about. 21.3 to go. 113-110 Toronto. Abaji takes 2 dribbles, dips, fires. It's long. Rebound Denver. 20.8 seconds. They lead 113, or they trail 113-110. All right.
Hey, you know,
I know if it was under 6 or 7 seconds, you might think about fouling.
I'm fouling.
I was going to say,
put Denver at the free throw line right now. Force them to knock down 2, and you still have a 1-point game. They have to foul you, right? So, for me, this will be a free throw game going down the stretch.
And you know, Javon, it's funny because conventional wisdom say no, but you played overseas. In European ball, it's about having the ball at the end, not necessarily you'd like the lead, but in a case like this, especially if you have a foul to give, I'm trying to see if Toronto is out of team fouls.
Toronto's out of team fouls. They have 5 team fouls right now.
So,
I'm not giving Denver an opportunity. I know they haven't shot the basketball well, you know, this season thus far. They're not a great three-point shooting team, but you have 2 closers. You have Nikola Jokic, who's made 7 threes last game. He shot the ball well. He's made 2 here tonight. Jamal Murray, who's another guy that's a closer. I'm not giving those guys a chance. Put them at the free throw line and make this a free throw shooting game.
Inbound to Murray. They get it to Jokic. Backs in on Mitchell. Goes to the basket, lays it in. 1-point game, 14 seconds. R.J. Barrett gets it to Mitchell. Got to get it over center, and Denver fouls. Wow. I thought they might have worked for the 8-second count. Instead, they foul.
That's what happens when you have a blur in front of you. Because if he turned that corner, Jonesy, I hear you, I do. But if he turns that corner, he's out. He's gone.
All right, 9.2 seconds to go. Toronto 113, Denver 112. Mitchell on the line for the Raptors. First free throw long. The Raptors have missed their last 2 free throws. On the night, they are 14 of 18. Denver has 1 timeout remaining. Second free throw good. Timeout Denver.
We got a game. We got ourselves a game.
Raptors leading 114-112. 9.2 seconds to go. Nuggets will advance the ball. And Javon, I fear that it's going to be Jamal Murray, or worst case scenario, they're going to go inside to Jokic. Not sure if you're the Raptors, what you do. You pressure the inbound like crazy, try to get a tip. Deny. I don't know, get a 5-second count. Push him out towards center.
I may have the inbounder playing free safety, right, and not letting the basketball in. And as soon as that ball goes in, match right back up. Right? If I can get a tip or deflection on something.
Porter, Gordon, Brown, Murray, and Jokic. Raptors defending. Ball comes to Murray up top, guarded by Mitchell. Into the lane to Jokic. He has to go out near center to get it. Back to Murray. Drives baseline, reverse layup, good. 0.3 of a second. Davion Mitchell launches, and we have overtime.
Now, what was the one thing I said to you that Denver does have? They have Nikola Jokic, and they have Jamal Murray, 2 closers. And where do we go? Inside to Nikola Jokic, who, there was a miscue on the pass, and he catches it out on the perimeter right at the...
Pirtle did a good job of forcing him out.
Right, he caught it on the 3-point line. And Jamal Murray, there's that 2-man game, right? He comes off the handoff and turns the corner on Pirtle. Uses the basketball, uses the rim as a shield, the up and under around Abaji. So that's 3 defenders that Jamal Murray beat on his.
So we will start overtime with a jump ball.
After 14 fouls, and each team is allowed 2 additional timeouts. 5 minutes, penalty situation 4, 2 timeouts per team.
We will jump it up. Pirtle and Jokic. Jokic. What is that? He got it on the way up. Jokic near side. Right wing on Pirtle. Backs down. Turns the floater up and in. He wants the foul, but he's the guy creating the contact. Like if Pirtle flops on that, they're going to call offensive. Pirtle to Barrett. RJ turns the corner to Pirtle, lay it up and in.
That's a great find. Big time find. And RJ keeps that ball alive.
Yep. Creating
space for the bounce pass.
They cleared out the weak side. There was no help for Jokic. 1:16 apiece. Overtime has started. 4:20 to go. Murray to Jokic up top. Scotty Barnes, elbow to the right eye, will not return. Jokic up top. Gets it to Murray. On the drive into the lane. Great defense by Davion Mitchell. Murray gets it back, lays it up and in, and is fouled. 118-116 Denver. Murray on the line. Free throw from Murray is good. Raptors without one of their better players in Scotty Barnes. Elbow to the eye. Barrett gets into the lane, lays it up, no good. Wanted the foul call, didn't get it. Here comes Denver. Jokic, three, straight away, good. Timeout, Toronto.
That's tough.
.346 to go in overtime, 122-116 Denver.
Transition, and no one matches up with Jokic, right? But there's two people that you have to have a body on. It's Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic in transition. Just walks into a step-in three. 3 of 5 from the three-point line for him tonight. 38 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists for Nikola Jokic.
So, let's see if Toronto can make a comeback. 3:46 to go in overtime, 122-116, Denver with the lead. Raptors have to muscle up here. It's an 8-2 start to the overtime for Denver. Toronto will inbound and bring it full court. RJ Barrett will handle. Comes left, finds Abaji, back to RJ, works to the right, steps back, in the lane, floats it up to Pirtle, knocked away. Here comes Denver, 3-on-2, Murray to Gordon. Far side, left wing, waits, crosses over, drives on Barrett, kicks it out to Jokic. Now to Murray. Step back jumper over Grady, no good. Rebound, here comes Toronto. Mitchell gets to the basket, floats it up, no good. Tipped by Abaji, no good. He's knocked down, no foul call. Here comes Denver. Murray on the drive into the lane to Jokic, who lays it in. I hate to editorialize here, but I hate players creating contact and then asking for fouls. Jokic guarding Pirtle. Raptor ball front court. Barrett in the lane, floats it up and in. 124-118. Toronto in desperate need of stops. They stop the floor to mop up a wet spot. .231 to go in overtime, 124-118. Denver with a 6-point lead. Murray, far side, left wing. Denver in the blue, coming left to right. Jokic backs down, turns, spins, floats it up short. Rebound Toronto. Barrett hustling, gets to the lane. Underneath the Grady, kick out. Mitchell, three, good! Down the bottom of the well for Davion Mitchell. 2 minutes to go. Down the stretch we come again, 124-121 Denver. Jokic backs in on Pirtle. Gets it to Murray straight away. Murray drives, gets to the lane, floats it up, no good, but it's tipped up and in by Gordon. Raptors hustle it the other way. Barrett on the drive. Kicks it to Pirtle. Shot fake, back to Mitchell. Davion on the elbow. Gets it to Barrett. RJ on the bounce. Drives into the lane and Jokic floats it up and in. 126-123, Toronto hanging tight. Jokic brings it up. Moves over to the near side. Says, clear it out for me. Pirtle on the back down. Jokic kicks it out. They swing it. Brown, drive into the lane, runs over Mitchell. No call. Ball knocked away. Grady has it. On the run, Grady lays it up. No good. Here comes Murray. To Aaron Gordon, who misses the dunk, but is fouled by Agbaji.
That's just a tough break there, right? You get the stop you want on one end, and Grady just a little bit too casual on the other side. Has Murray in a foot race and goes to the Euro step to lay it up. Might have been some contact there by Murray coming across the body, but on the other end, you can see Denver pushing the basketball, and Gordon with a different type of take, right? He takes off two, and it's an aggressive, strong one, forcing the officials to call the foul. Grady has logged some heavy minutes tonight, 36 minutes for him.
Gordon free throw long, no good.
A little windy in transition there. They didn't really have that lift to take off aggressively.
48.1 to go. Raptors down 126-123. Second free throw good. Mitchell picks it up. Raptors down by 4. 45 seconds. Lots of time. No need to panic. But you do need a score. Barrett underneath to Pirtle. Jakob out top to Davion Mitchell. Turns the corner. Drives at Jokic. Puts it up. No good, but a foul. Take it at him. He is not a rim protector like that.
And you think about this, Jonesy. Talk about, the preferential officiating.
Yes.
Jokic has played 43 minutes. That's his second foul of the game. 43 minutes.
And it's not like he's nimble in avoiding contact.
43 minutes. Now I get it, right? We're talking about the three-time MVP.
But ref the name on the front in the game, not what's on the back.
All-Star, 6-time All-NBA. But come on, we're not talking about the best defender in the world here. And the Raptors have done a good job attacking, right? They started the game with Pirtle attacking his chest. They started the game with guys getting the switches and getting downhill on him.
Mitchell, free throws good. 127, 125, 32.2 to go. Mitchell picks up Murray. Over the midcourt line, Jamal Murray works near side. Gets a switch on Grady Dick. They're going to play two-man up top. Jokic into the corner to Brown. Three in the air, no good. Rebound, Pirtle. Outlet Barrett, 7 seconds to go. Toronto down 2. Barrett for three, no good. Rebound, Agbaji tips it up. Pirtle tips it up, doesn't get it. They had 2 tips and couldn't get one down. Denver comes away with a win. It's a final. Nuggets 127, Raptors 125.
That was 3 good looks, right? RJ Barrett went for the kill in transition. Probably should have attacked the basket, but I get it, right? He's looking to end this game. A good job there. Had 2 other offensive rebounds, 2 looks. Just didn't close it out. This was a good effort.
So, heartbreaking, gut-wrenching loss for the Toronto Raptors. They go punch for punch, toe-to-toe with the Denver Nuggets. But the Nuggets come away with a win. It's a final from Scotiabank Arena. Denver 127, Toronto 125. What a ball game here in Toronto. As the Nuggets get their first win of the season by 2 points in overtime. The Raptors going the final part of the game, and the overtime without Scotty Barnes.
And that was the tough part there without Scotty Barnes, because late in the game, he had been the matchup for the Raptors, right? They've got him in the post a number of times. He had delivered, right? They had some actions where, he had made some plays to Grady Dick. And it almost felt like when Scotty left the game, that rhythm just wasn't there.
Yes.
You look at both teams, Denver knew exactly what they were going to go to late in the game, and it was obviously their two-man game. For the Raptors, it was almost like they were trying to figure out what's next, what's the next move, what set are we going to run, who are we going to go to, and that created a bit of dysfunction. But before that, the 9 turnovers in the fourth quarter hurt.
That's a killer.
That is a killer, right? Because that's giving your opponent more opportunities to score the basketball, more rhythm. But I thought overall, this was a really good fight by the Raptors, right? And I thought Pirtle, he put up it's hard to say because you look at the numbers in Jokic has his 40 points, his 10 rebounds, but I thought they made it difficult on him, right? Pirtle made it difficult. There was times when Scotty Barnes was on him. He made it difficult. On the offensive end, a lot of good things happened. Abaju having himself another good game. Scotty Barnes, this version of Scotty, is what you want to continue to see more of in that level of intensity, right? The inside, the outside game, the management of the possessions, the management of the other 4 players on the floor. R.J. Barrett, for his first game coming back after injury, right, he came in aggressive and elevated the intensity of the team. Then you have, Grady had some moments tonight as well where he came out and did his thing, 15 points for him, 4 assists. All in all, it's about putting this thing together for, 48 minutes. And unfortunately, the Raptors aren't at a stage where they have the experience or level of talent that they can bank on, waiting for the fourth quarter, waiting for the last minutes of the game by having a Jokic, by having a closer like Jamal Murray. These guys are learning. They're gaining those experiences. I thought this was a well-fought game, right? I can't take anything away from them.
Well, hard fought, but a loss nonetheless for the Toronto Raptors. Denver comes to Toronto and in overtime wins it 127-125. For all of us here, stay tuned for the postgame with Jim Taddy and Warren Ward. You've been listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network. Good night from the floor of Scotiabank Arena.
October the 28th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In MLS, 6:55 p.m., FC Cincinnati takes on New York City FC on SiriusXM and Internet channels 157.
Hear it all on demand. Your favorite shows, your favorite games. Don't miss a second of your favorite SiriusXM programming on demand with the SiriusXM app. Download it now for free.
I'm Mick Kern with It Happened in Baseball. Beginning in 1994, Major League Baseball introduced the wild card concept to the pennant race. Both the National and American League split into 3 divisions each, and the wild card qualifier was the team with the best record that did not win a division title. But the loss of the last part of the 94 season, including the postseason, put all of that on hold until the following year. In a season where Mickey Mantle passed away and Derek Jeter made his Major League debut, the New York Yankees were the first ever AL wildcard team, finishing 7 games behind the Red Sox. It was also Don Mattingly's only postseason appearance after 14 years in pinstripes. He batted .417 and had 6 RBI in a 5-game ALDS loss to the Mariners. The Colorado Rockies were the first ever NL wildcard team. Heading into the 2015 season, 6 times the wildcard team has gone on to win the World Series. The first to do it, the 1997 Florida Marlins. They also won the 2003 World Series, again as a wildcard entry. It's the only 2 times the now Miami Marlins have even qualified for the postseason. The 2002 Angels, the 2004 Red Sox, the 11 Cardinals, and the 14 Giants all won the World Series as wildcard teams. That Red Sox win was their first championship in 86 years. Boston has been a wildcard team 8 times. On 6 occasions, the wildcard team has made it to the World Series, only to come up short, including the 2014 Royals. In 2012, baseball added a second wildcard team, which sets up a winner-moves-on 1-game showdown between the 2 wildcard clubs. For It Happened in Baseball, I'm Mick Kern.
The PGA Tour comes to life on SiriusXM. It's your destination for everything on the tour. Hear live hole-by-hole coverage and expert analysis. PGA Tour Radio, SiriusXM 92.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM sports schedule for Monday, October the 28th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the Major League